Keep focusing on your breath. Once upon a time in pre-colonial South America, lived a poor merchant who had his home in a hollow tree. One day, a prince came to where he lived, and said, "Excuse me, my good merchant, where can a prince like myself find God?" The merchant thought long and hard. Then he replied, "Of what you speak I do not know, for I am but a mere merchant." "Why is that so?" asked the prince. "I was not aggressive," replied the merchant. The prince accepted this, and became like a son to the merchant in all meanings of the world, and then he died. Long ago, in the Middle Ages, lived a poor weaver who was trying to acquire good hashish. That was when he came upon a poor harlot. "Dearest harlot, wilt thou tell me where a poor weaver like myself find good hashish?" he asked the harlot. The harlot quickly replied, "Of good hashish I do not know, for I am only a harlot." The weaver considered the harlot's answer and walked on. 20 years later, when he was shaving his mother, the weaver made his great discovery: existence is terrible, but we must still do our best. And he lived happily ever after. What young people desire, adults chew. Keep focusing on your breath. Take a deep breath. In. And out. The thoughts in your head are now synchronized with everything around you. Try to think about these ancient Buddhist words of wisdom. Working as a creator doesn't make you an influencer. Now come to notice the thoughts in your head. Remember to say to yourself, "My life is not real." Eat mice. Keep being a cutie pie. You're not politically incorrect. Keep repeating this to yourself: "My boss doesn't matter, my boss doesn't matter." Focus on your breathing. Now come to notice you. Never let anybody in on that you're angry at the system. We can't change things by deceiving our surroundings. We can just change things by drugging ourselves as individuals.
Finish on that one, or start on that one, and go to the right scene, and stop fucking InspiroBot. As you can see, we're a professional channel here that has everything under control.
Don't do drugs, kids. That's all. That's yes. Understand? Okay.
Hello, welcome to episode 21 21.
Oh god, we've already done 21. Christ almighty.
We've technically done more, but this is number 21 of the regular ones.
Where were you when the first episode aired? It's a question for the room.
I think a lot of people were still at work when I did the first episode.
Where were you, Agens? No, what? No answer? Christ.
Well, where was I?
I have a bone to pick with you on a lot of things, but the least you can do is just answer my questions.
I was reading chat, Dobbs. I was trying to keep up with what our guests were saying. Where was I? I was sitting in front of my PC ranting about morphologists. Hey, Ace, thank you very much. In with the super chat straight away. You haven't even done the first thing, mate.
Thank you for your 10. Ready to learn how to combat pirates. I'll tell you how. Fight me.
Just fight Dobbs. That's all you have to do. Only Dobbs.
Yeah, fight
no
me
one else.
specifically. One-on-one in Star Marine. I'll meet you there.
Metroximus asks, not sure if you're going to touch on this, but have you got any brief thoughts on the Creator Summit last weekend? Interested to see your take, having watched it.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about. Hey, shut up. No, we're not going to speak on that.
I like Griff. I really do. I like what they do over at Soul Citizens with the discussions. There's just too many people there. Like, I kind of get the idea that it was supposed to be a large-scale forum, but it was just... I don't know, for me, maybe it was just the time of day, it being like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I just felt like I shouldn't have gone.
It was it was kind of weird watching it because there wasn't any depth to anyone's answers, and there was no room for explanation since everyone's answers just went by so quickly. So like I get the format, but I don't know if it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, especially for the amount of time. Like, I also didn't know a lot of those content creators there. Like, some of them I just never seen before, and I'm pretty sure none of them had seen me either. You know, and heard about what we do. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, it kind of felt a bit weird at times, like people just having a whinge. Yeah,
It made me uncomfortable,
like supported.
I am upset that you linked it to us in the org chat by surprise.
Hey, if I was gonna suffer through it, so are you. The thing is that you guys could have switched off. I didn't stick around for the last question either. I just ended up bowing out because it was the last question I didn't feel was relevant. I can't even remember it now, but it was like 5 o'clock in the morning for me, and I was just ready for bed.
You were in a dreamlike stance.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, like...
I actually have the meme somewhere, you know, the one that I posted.
Which one? Somebody did one of me like in the Brady Bunch, and then there was another one where...
Yeah, I'll throw this in your DMs. You can show this. You can probably show this on stream too. I don't really care either way, but I'll throw this in your DMs.
Right.
Takes a minute.
It just felt like some of the problems really that people were having with their, you know, like their content creation and stuff like that. It's a harsh thing to say, but maybe they just weren't making stuff that people were interested in. You know, like we have to accept that not everybody's interested in piracy gameplay.
Yeah, the other thing too, it's like the questions were kind of weird, like asking creators if they think that they're a voice in the community, just so they can say like, yes, I am, indeed I am. It was just,
Well,
kind of bizarre.
Some of them would have been, but they wouldn't have considered themselves that, and a lot of them just would have not considered themselves that at all. But it's like a lot of content creators in Star Citizen, like they've built themselves up, and they're not really orientated towards, pushing specific agendas.
Oh, that video that I looked, it still makes me, I made that in like 2 minutes, but it still makes me laugh.
Oh man. Hold up. Copy that.
If you're going to show it on stream, I recommend lowering the volume because there is like, ear ringing, so it might be
Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna full screen this before I switch. It's gonna be funny. Hey, look, I'm there. Oh no, where's the chat? I gotta get rid of that. Go away, chat. All right, go away. Stats. All right, sweet. Volume. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit. You should still be able to hear it. And I'll turn the music off for a second.
That's like I knew exactly what the fucking what was going on inside his head, and I was like, "This is exactly what that means."
I like Griff, I really do. I like what they do at Soul Citizens, but yeah, like I probably won't go to another one of these. It's just too many people. It's too many people.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good.
Like, it did get me thinking though about how, like you do forums and things like that with, a group of people that have a common interest to talk about a specific subject and how that works. And, normally you have your panel of experts there, and then you have like people from the crowd asking questions or, talking about their experiences and trying to gain some more information or direction. But then there's other types of forums where it's like, just groups of people that stand around in, a little hall and, they talk amongst themselves and then they'll move around and mingle. It's a bit like a networking type forum. And it just made me think, like, it sounds RP, but there's an actual reason for it. Doing it in-game in an area using VoIP. And the reason why I say VoIP is that you can use proximity VoIP. And what you can do is you can have a whole bunch of those content creators in the same space, but, like clusters can be talking to each other. And, people who are talking, like 50 meters over that way about a specific topic won't be interrupting the other, like people who are in a different spot talking about the same subject. And then whoever the host is can go around to each of the different groups and, get their different perspectives. Or you could have like a couple of, people getting around, like, cameramen that are going around to the different groups and getting their perspectives. It's probably a lot more work than what it would be worth, but yeah. It just got me thinking about a solution for that particular problem so that everybody could feel like they got more out of the discussion. The thing is that it wouldn't translate well to a stream. It'd be a lot of work.
Maybe that can be up for you guys to figure out. I think that would be interesting.
Anyway, let's get this show on the road.
I don't know about you, agents, but I think I'm peaking like crazy on the stream audio, so you might want to like lower my input a little bit. Forced to whisper.
We'll see how we go there. Like, I can't lower you too much or else nobody's gonna hear.
You can't hear me.
It's ungilded. Was pushed to talk. No. Alright, we'll see how we go. I've just lowered you a bit on gilded.
That'll do. Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to move on to the first bit of content today. The first thing that we're going to be reacting to, Dobbs and I were scrambling for content to react to, and this was the first thing that he threw at me. Called...
I saw this via a Spectrum post, actually.
Okay. I'd never seen this before. I kind of skimmed through it, and I was like, okay, this might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. But it is called System Failure. 100 Solar Systems 2012 to 2022.
$100.
There's a link. It's also in the description. But yeah, let's watch this.
You just need to bring the chat back. You just need to bring the chat back.
What? No, I don't want to bring the chat back. I don't want to bring it back.
Yeah, see, you hear that, guys? I'm after your best interest. See? I'm always looking after you guys, okay? I want you to remember that. Even those for the VOD watchers, okay? You too. I'm thinking about you always.
Alright, let's watch System Failure.
That will get named after that player. So like that player becomes part of the history and lore of the universe. And on top of that, you know, we're going to be dynamically adding content to these universe. I'm not interested in having yearly updates. We'll have a team of people that are adding content on a weekly, you know, every 2 weeks basis. So you're starting this system and you start in the game and it's got 50 star systems, for instance, and you know, 2 weeks in, a jump point's discovered for another system and someone navigates it and bam, we've got a 51st system and so on.
40 star systems for persistent online play upon
40?
release. Star Citizen will launch with 50 star systems, 60
50?
star systems, 70
60?
star systems.
Oh my God!
Star Citizen will launch with 100 star systems.
You got it with only 150 or 100, however many systems we have, 100, 150, 150, whatever we end up getting on launch, and we'll grow from there.
Look at all those star systems, agents. Yeah, you like it?
There's an atmosphere.
Doctor.
It could sustain life.
This is what every explorer wants it to feel like.
Yeah, and it's never going to. It's never going to be like that.
Having Large World Complete will give us the technology we need to build truly massive star systems that give the player of our game the experience you really expect in a game like Star Citizen.
Wow, look at those jump. Look at that jump gate. Going down the toilet.
Yeah, don't screw up, because you'll die.
Okay. So,
Virgil? Yeah, Virgil. You want to talk a little bit about Virgil?
It's only in the art stage right now, so.
Yeah, it's very early for the...
It looks cool. All right, there you
Virgil
go.
art stage. You're outside the walls, just kind of cruising around. You could see these gargantuan waves.
That's kind of the plan, is to start one system and move
do not see their water tech being able to do that right now.
I don't see it being
so
able
there
to
you
do
go.
it
That's
ever.
our plan. That's how we roll them out. Not committing to the specific dates for that though, because I've learned that.
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
Thanks.
When I first joined the team
Chris.
a little over a year ago now, the idea was kind of to be designing the first 5 star systems. But what we did not know at that point was how long does it take us to make a single star system. Yeah. So we've shifted our focus from, instead of the first 5 complete star systems, to like the first 5 landing zones.
Wow.
Get those metrics,
That
we can
is
actually
such
calculate,
a
okay, we
fucking
know this takes
jump.
this long. If we want 20 systems by this time, we know it'll take this long for us to make, and that'll give us information as like, do we need to ramp up more resources or outsource a little bit more?
we'll set up a whole palette of biomes,
Right.
and an artist should be able to crank out a moon or even a base planet in a day or 2 days themselves. An artist could probably crank out 5 moons or 6 moons in a week for you. And then finally, 4-0.
So there's nothing stopping an artist from being able to do that. It's just there's not going to be anything there. Like they could crank that out really quick. It's just got nothing on it. Like that's
and the whole issue with it is like this has been like a glaring, concern with the scale of this game and whether or not like all these places are going to have the content that makes it worth going there, being there, or even staying there. So who knows?
This is why player-generated content, I think, is something that CIG should pursue more aggressively as opposed to the AI-generated stuff. Because the AI-generated stuff will take a bit longer, but player-generated content, if they give us base building, for example, players will just go fucking nuts.
Yeah, like I'm actually really looking forward to base building when they finally flesh that out, because it's like I enjoyed games like Subnautica, for example, and the Fallout games just for like their crafting and base building gameplay. Like that stuff that I think is really cool, and I just like really enjoy building shit. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do with it in this game. But like like to your point, like if we have something like base building, like that opens up so much more like player driven like gameplay and content, because people can like make up their own reasons for making these, and they can turn it into something tangible in the player economy and things like that. So like there is a lot of potential there to put in player driven content now, and it's not to say that they're not, because like for instance like salvage gameplay is being put in now, and cargo refactor, like all of that opens up gameplay that's going to keep us going for like the next year, like with new fresh stuff that we can do. So
Yeah, like regardless of what we want, we're still going to have to wait. We can sit there and hope and, kick, scream, get angry, all we want. We're still going to have to wait. Whether or not we get what we want is another thing.
What do you mean, Agens, come on. We're on the road to Pyro this year.
Still.
Come on, guys.
Still.
What? I think it's easy to say that we're on the road to Pyro this year. Like, come on, we're on the road to Pyro every year. Like, listen, my track record is unbeatable in this. Like 2 years ago, I said that we're on the road to Pyro. Last year, I said that we're on the road to Pyro, and I'm saying that we're on the road to Pyro this year. And guess what? We're still on the road to Pyro. Like, come on, guys. Like, get on the bandwagon here.
Yeah. Like, just to your point though, Space Dude, this sequence of videos isn't going to change anything. People are still going to be interested in Star Citizen, regardless of any sort of video that is made to highlight the negatives or the positives. People are more interested in the concept, and they're willing to take a chance on it. The thing is that we play Star Citizen like it's a game already. It's still not done. There's a lot of people that are still waiting for their gameplay loops to get added. We're only just getting salvaging after what fucking... Well, that was supposed to be like 3.1. But the thing about this is that CIG has also had the benefit of being able to watch other projects, how they go as well. And, like Elite Dangerous is a good example of something that jumped the gun and went, yep, procedural generated everything. And then they listened to the community too much. And now it's looking like, this year, like, I watched a video where somebody was saying, this 2023 is the year for Elite Dangerous because they're finally going to allow you to walk around ships.
Wait, is that actually a thing?
Well, that's what they reckon they're going to aim for. But then they started talking about, for the rest of the video, how pretty much Elite Frontier's shooting themselves in the foot and that they're not paying as much attention to Elite Dangerous, and Odyssey was a shit show, and yeah, it was just like, I don't see how they could
Elite
be positive.
Dangerous. Don't you mean Elite Safety, right, guys?
It's just Elite.
Oh my god. Yeah, true. Right, whatever.
Yeah, it's just Elite. That's all people want to be in it.
More like just delete. Oh my god.
So this is that'll be the first time we'll go beyond Stanton to other star systems. People spend forever, years just making a small 2x2 kilometer level, and obviously for us to build the system, the universe that we need, we need to be a bit faster than that. So that's the roadmap for Star Citizen. So, and our goal is this is the roadmap going forward in, over next year. Again, please don't hold me to dates, because everyone goes, why do you say that, Chris? I'm like, oh. Anyway.
Yeah, why do you say that, Chris? Quarter 4, 2023? I'm sorry.
The other thing that we're really focusing on now, which we've had a little bit of a sneak peek about, is creatures.
Creatures! Hey, Agens, by the way, we do have animals in this game now. You know the thing we find in the sand caves?
So in the future, we're going to be doing all these awesome
real.
characters, creatures, worms, as you've seen, insects, alien life forms that are going to fill out these awesome worlds. And with a strong character pipeline in place, any of this is possible.
Our greatest challenge is how do we populate the universe that is the size of our game with enough content to make it feel alive, right? We have 100 solar systems in the game. We might have 50, we might have 100 space stations. Even if I have 100 space stations, we're looking at 10,000 locations which we have to build. And with the small team we have, 4 level designers, it would take us about 650 years to build that the traditional way.
650 years.
What, only 400 and something to go then? Or 600 and something?
Yeah, let's go.
640 to go or something like that?
Lush, the Asiatic architecture is very famous. The concept art for this planet is completely gorgeous, and I can't wait for you guys to see it when it's finally built in the game.
I mean, I remember when I saw this when it came out, when it was posted like a couple of years ago. It just totally knocked me out. Like it really the synth world. This is where the researchers.
650 years. That's when we're all actually playing Star Citizen in real life.
Maybe that's the con all along. It's like,
yeah, Chris Roberts is like, if I keep this going long enough, we'll actually get spaceships that we can fly.
The offspring of Elon Musk will bring on the new generation of space travel.
This is where the people who are building it, this is where they're stationed. This is where if you're going to bring in a bunch of ore or minerals or something to help the project, this is where you're going to be dropping it off.
So an incredible amount of work went into coming up with over 100 systems and scientifically vetting them. But now we have all the information, it makes it easier to build them in Solid.
It allows me to make solid systems incredibly quickly.
And one of the more common questions we get is how are we going to build all these systems? So that it's a crucial tool in how we're going to do that.
But once that technology was refined and open to the public, what happened? That's right, an era of expansion that led us from this to this.
Wow.
The person who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The person who walks alone is likely to find himself in places no one has ever seen before. The unknown is out there, waiting to be discovered. For those that are looking for those places that no one has seen before, They are faced with a daunting challenge. What do you do when you get there?
Nothing.
Allow me to introduce
You do nothing.
the Pioneer.
So the wormhole kind of idea, that's got to be addressed. So I don't know if that's on the roadmap, and if it isn't, it probably should get there at some point, but we need to get Stanton done first.
I'm checking.
We'll fly out of Stanton. But in terms of core tech, the thing that wormhole stuff relies on is the object container streaming, which is very, very busy
Object container
right
streaming.
now, and definitely represented on the roadmap. The major pieces of tech that we needed for this game are almost there. Really only the object container streaming is one of the biggest ones.
Is a lot of the groundwork done, and it'll be faster to make systems after that?
So yes, that's part of the plan. One of the big pushes we have, because obviously, yeah, if you look how long it's taking us to do Stanton, and you figure out how many star systems we have, you know, I want to be alive by the time we get them done.
Yes, Chris,
and I think most of the back
Chris.
too.
That is the question of the
Enough
hour.
tools people. We don't have enough engineers, and even though I told you we have 500 people, it's like everyone wants more people, and we don't have enough to get all this stuff done. Yeah, we need to be in a position where we can turn around a moon in a week, not, you know, in 2 months or 3 months.
How fast do you think we'll be able to create a solar system once all the tools are in place for creating them?
So the first proper gold standard landing zone that we're bringing out is Lorville. Once we get through their task list, we can build up the team velocity,
gold
so to speak,
standard
and then
now
we
that it's
know
getting a
how
redo?
quickly to get through, you know, one landing zone, one space station, and whatnot.
Because every time we do this, we're going to get faster, we're going to get better, we're going to get more efficient at it. So, how long? Less than the one before it.
The point of this
Thanks,
presentation
Jared.
then is to give you a better understanding of how, when the first one's taken so long, we're aiming to kick things into overdrive so that we can deliver new systems much more quickly.
Hey, it's a wormhole again.
Yeah, this is the thing that everyone's hanging their hat on. This was 4 fucking years ago, by the way. Or almost 4 years ago.
This was shown towards the end of 2019. We're still at the start of 2023. Gilded just died. It's that nightly Gilded dropout thing.
No, Gilded didn't like that comment. That's why. That's what you said.
Sure, mate. Sure. How good is that audio compression as well? Chat would hear it.
Fucking, like, also, this whole thing, I really don't think the jump points are going to look like this. I don't know if they're going to look better or worse, but they're not going to look like that.
Like, when people saw this, they were like, oh my god, you just done evil line gates, and everybody's just going to get ganked right there.
But Agens, there's the smuggling gates. There's smaller gates that people can go through.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
More conspicuous Agens. Harder to find.
Just bring escorts. Turret gunners. Turret gunners are the key.
Oh yeah, just bring escorts. That's actually true. That's actually true. Just bring escorts. It's fine.
We are going to have the pyro system next year. Obviously, that brings in jump points. It's pretty damn exciting. It's kind of coming together.
As we showed at CitizenCon end of last year, we showed that first sneak peek to what pyro could be. So as myself and as a team, we're all quite excited about starting that process. But before then, we want to close out these last 3 moons in Stanton. So that time is a factor, because I'm getting pushed by my boss, Chris, to start on this new system.
As with previous updates, the new tool doesn't just get us a better looking brush of terrain, it's also faster and more efficient to use than ever before. Important advancements necessary to finish off the planets and moons of the upcoming Pyro system and beyond.
Outlaw space stations are a big feature of the upcoming Pyro system.
This ship is something else, huh? I mean, supposedly, it basically becomes your own personal space station. Imagine just taking this thing out as far as you can, dropping anchor and just living. I mean, that's it, Jimmy. The Whitleys just got their hands on an Odyssey prototype. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I borrowed it, for a little sabbatical someplace. I don't know, like the Pyro system.
Pyro 4. Storms have been raging for ages. You can't get a ship down there. Turbulence is too much. Visibility is completely shot. The people in the base, they've got their anti-air set up as well. And then suddenly they're hearing the rumbling of Tyre moving across the hillside.
As Star Citizen evolves and the systems get larger and more come online.
Players will first see this next year when the first iteration of server meshing goes live with the introduction of the Pyro system.
Oh, really?
Between Q3 and Q4 of next year.
That's next year.
Yeah, we're on the road to Pyro this year, and you can expect to see lots more as 2022 progresses.
As we keep delving further and further into other solar systems, we do not want to create this gamey thing where there's always fuel for everything. There's always everything you need.
So now, as we're on the verge of getting into more lawless systems like Pyro, I think multi-role is a great advantage to have because you don't know what's lurking around the corner and you'll be able to react to whatever comes at you.
And that's why we're introducing the Constellation's big brother, the RSI Galaxy.
We are aiming to put static server meshing and Pyro into the hands of players in the fourth quarter of 2023.
So anyone who comes up to you claiming that they have a good deal on a land deed for Callus probably also has a really good collection of snake oil they'd like to show you.
Excuse me? What did you say? Agens, I'm upset.
What are you upset about, Dobbs?
The fucking snake oil.
The snake oil? What's wrong with snake oil?
Well, I don't know what is wrong with snake oil.
It's a myth. Normally if somebody's trying to sell you snake oil, it means that they're trying to sell you something that doesn't work because it's normally sold as a cure for something.
Do you think we'll find snake oil in Pyro in quarter 4 of 2023?
No, I think we'll still have to wait. I think we'll still have to wait.
In Pyro. The fucking snake oil is in Pyro, you fucking son of a bitch. You're the snake here, out of between the two of us. You're the fucking snake.
The reaction, Space Dude, it's... For me, that video is just like, yeah, no shit. Like, I've been tracking this project for pretty much 2014, or actually, end of 2013 till now, so nearly 10 years. And I've seen all this too. Like, this is nothing new to me. I understand though that, like, what they tell us and what they actually have behind the scenes are two completely different things. Whether or not Chris Roberts is actually lying at times, we don't know. Because they may have had something and then they've gone, this is shit, and thrown it away. And we'll never get told because of employee NDAs.
That's probably what happens most of the time though. Pretty sure, like oftentimes they're just mistaken on a lot of things because here's the thing. I do consider Chris Roberts and CIG to be on the frontier of video game development. I think we can all agree on that. So they're going to be mistaken about a lot of stuff because they're doing shit that pretty much no one else is doing before it, at least at this scale. So they're going to fuck up a lot. They have fucked up a lot.
Yeah, then you've got like people, coming in and leaving, and that means, new people come in, they've got to get trained up, they'll do their thing for a little bit, and then they'll leave, and they'll have like their little segment of knowledge that goes with them. And, like the ideal situation is that that knowledge is captured before that person leaves, but the reality is that 9 times out of 10 it's not. So then you got the next person who comes in is sitting there trying to figure out what the hell is going on. and then they spend enough time to get their head around it, and then, you know, then they've got to move on to the next thing. It's
move on to the next thing.
The other issue that we're facing is that Chris Roberts seems to have like a very specific vision on how he wants to release things, and he's gating, like he's got like these firm gates in place where it's like, if you don't hit this gate, it's just not going out. Like we're not going out. It's not going out, don't worry. We'll just keep delaying until we've hit that gate. Some of it's, you know, they call it pillars, core tech, you know, things that are actually necessary for the game to achieve the vision that he wants to achieve. For all we know, they could build a solar system in a fucking week. But there's no point in doing any of that until server meshing's done. Because they may find out that, you know, they do server meshing finally, and then everything else that they set up for the servers to scale up and down requires solar systems to be rebuilt a different way. Dobbs, I cannot do anything about your mic procking.
I just need to back up. That's pretty much the only way I can solve it. My microphone or my headphones pretty much have an open back, so it's like the sound that comes out of it, there's no like filter between it, so it's like, yeah. There's no noise reduction coming out of these headphones.
Yeah, that's right. The thing is though, is like, they're going to have a better idea of what's going on. Like, they're going to have a better idea of what's going on with the project than we will. And there's going to be employees there that are going to be hiding the fact that they're not going to hit deadlines. Or they'll be honest and say, I'm not going to hit this deadline. And they're going to try and get pushed, and, you know, that employee just isn't going to hit the deadline. Primarily because they're convinced themselves that they're not going to. You also have to remember that not everybody that works at CIG isn't as invested in Star Citizen as what the backers are. Like, they do have backers working for CIG, but not every employee there is as invested. Like, it's just a job to them. They show up, do their work, leave. And when you have people that aren't as impassioned in the project as what the customers are, sometimes they're not going to push themselves harder to produce the product that the customers want. But yeah, like, nothing in that video is really new to me. All the stuff, you know, like, it sounds like, you know, COG's kicking the can along over the years. But there's not much that we can really, you know, do about that as backers. Like, we can sit there, we can point it out. Fucking, we could make, you know, 100 videos pointing this shit out. What happens? Okay, other people stop buying into Star Citizen. Okay, what does CIG then got to do? Well, they might have enough money to finish the game. They might not. You know, they may be sitting there going, well, you know, we spent so much money on getting, you know, so much money and focus on Squadron 42. We've got enough here to finish off the PU to a certain degree, but not anywhere near where we originally envisaged. And because nobody wants to buy the product anymore, we're not going to bother. And they can that. And it's, you know, not uncommon in video games, in the video games industry, for games to have, you know, like, years of development put into it and then just get canned. You know, years of development, millions of dollars, and then, you know, a decision is made. Is this, you know, still viable to keep going? No, fuck it off. Gone. And the developers are just like, all right, well, I guess I'm working on the next thing. Yeah, like, for us, we just gotta wait. We just gotta deal with this. You know, like, there's certain things that we should, you know, we should push onto CIG about, you know, like more information coming out from them. Like, I'm sure that there's stuff that they can talk about. If they're trying to withhold stuff to build up hype or anything like that, they really shouldn't be. I think they do need to talk a bit more about Squadron 42 now. You know, and the progress of it. Like, I think they need to start doing that. I think they need to, you know, be talking more about the tools that they're working on and what they're going through. You know, like, I think if they were a lot more honest with the problems that they were having, even if it was more technical than what people could understand, like, there would be enough people in the community. Like, I can tell you now, a lot of content creators would latch onto that and they would go, all right, I don't understand a lot of this, but let's dive into it. You know, and then start looking at the server meshing and, you know, like networking and all that sort of stuff and trying to, you know, come to conclusions. I think one of the problems that CIG has is that they listen to community feedback a bit too much, in the sense that they take criticism from the community a bit too much. They just need to, like, ignore the fact that the community is going to overanalyze everything. Like, that's any sort of fandom will do that. They will overanalyze every part of it. They just got to learn to live with that. And
but the numbers agents, what do they mean?
Continue putting content out. That all said, though, it seems like CIG's found a strategy that works for them, and it's just continuously bringing in as much new blood as possible. And they're putting out as enough content within Star Citizen to keep people somewhat interested. And then the bigger name content creators, you know, being brought in, and they're bringing their audiences along. And then those content creators play Star Citizen, and they may get one good experience and they'll be like, yep, that's the video that we're going to make out of this. Or they'll go through and, you know, play sessions and they'll show, you know, like a little bit of what you can encounter. But, you know, like, I know that for the entire time that I've been playing Star Citizen, there are bugs that I have never encountered that other people have. Baron is a really good example of this. He has this account bug. Never heard of anybody else having it. His main account, he has this issue where he can't log in. If he logs in, logs out, he can't log in again for at least 30 to 40 minutes because the game servers think he's still logged in and they're not kicking him. And he's gone through the whole, you know, like customer service side of things and, you know, like trying to get them to help. And they've just pointed him at articles that he's like, I've already looked at these. I've already tried those steps. It didn't work. And then they're like, oh, it must be on your end. And then, you know, like he grabs a second account and he logs in straight away. No problems. So he's like, it's not me. It's not on my end. It's not my hardware. It's not my PC. It's not my internet connection. There's something on your end that is an issue that is preventing this account from connecting. But because it's so rare, they're just not bothering with it. And, you know, like that's something that CIG doesn't really put out there that much either. It's like the bugs that you encounter may, you know, like be completely unique to you and there's not much that they're going to do about it. And they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to say that. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, they'll fix it eventually. For now, it looks like Baron's issue is going to be fixed when 3.18 rolls out. Because they've changed the login flow. Because of persistent entity streaming being introduced. And if it does resolve the issue, then it's a good example on, you know, like, CIG may just not address specific bugs until certain tech is in, because that tech may just fix the bug anyway. But we don't know. And CIG isn't 100% on it. They'll have a pretty good idea, but they won't know. Not until they do it. And that's kind of what we're looking at with this entire project. Like, no other studio has made a game of this sort of ambition to this sort of level. Like, I think the closest that you get is, you know, almost Star Wars Galaxies. But even then, like, Star Wars Galaxies in terms of scope didn't come close to this, but it was pretty big, and you know, far ahead of its time for when it came out.
Maybe you were ahead of its time, Agens. Ever thought about that?
I've always been ahead. Always. Don't you know we play the game 6 months ahead of everyone else, Dobbs?
Do you hear the fucking ego on this guy? Christ almighty.
It's not ego, it's confidence.
Hear that, guys? Agens is an extremely confident man. Look at his fucking eyes. You can see it. You can see it behind all the exhaustion and frustration.
Yes. Alright. I think it's time to move on to the next bit of content. It was an interesting watch. For me, it just wasn't... It's like nothing new, really. And I'm pretty sure that a White Knight could put together something that makes this game look fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
Doesn't Board Gamer do that every day?
No, he just regurgitates what CIG puts out. Except he shills for sponsors at the same time.
Who are we shilling for today? That's for its NordVPN.
Right, so the next bit of content... The next bit of content that we're going to be reacting to is a Spectrum post. Now, this one got locked.
Fuck!
Yes, we're doing it, Dobbs. You won't be narrating. But, yeah, we're doing a Spectrum post. I think it's worth looking at this one. It actually kind of ties in with the previous video. And this post is called... There we are. Is Star Citizen dying?
Is it? Is it though? Is it though?
Is Star Citizen dying?
What do you think, chat? What do you think? What do you guys think, huh? Since you're so smart.
Is it dying? Should we do a poll, Dobbs? You can't do polls. I have to do the poll, don't I?
No, I can't do fucking polls because YouTube doesn't let moderators do it, Agens. When are we moving back to Twitch?
What do you mean moving back to Twitch? Mongrel Squad has never been on Twitch. I have been on Twitch, but that was my own personal channel. Is Star Citizen dying? The poll has been posted.
Well, Agens, the people have spoken. Fucking look at it, man. Look at it. View it with your own eyes. See it.
One person said 16. One person said yes. It's getting smaller though. Roll dying.
Oh, hey, man. Listen, no need to make things. Need to make things morbid in here. Christ Almighty.
Somebody else said yes.
That fact today. Fuck, dude.
Somebody else said yes, Dobbs. I think we got a couple of edgelords in the chat. Two people are just saying yes to go against the grain.
I'll go grab a kitchen knife so I can be relatable to all the edge.
Squadron 42 dying. Squadron 42 ain't dying. That's bloody Chris Roberts' pet. Out of the two projects, if Chris Roberts is going to axe one, it'll be Star Citizen.
No, if Chris Roberts is going to axe one, it's going to be Theaters of War. Is Theaters of War dying, chat? That's the real question.
It's not you, Anta. My first guess was you, Anta. Well, depends, Trace, if you got to play it or not.
Yes, it's already dead, but did CIG give an official answer on it?
They just don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. we just assume that it's gone.
Well, nobody cares, really. That's the thing, is like nobody really cares about it. Like, there's a few people that got to play it. There was people that got to play it at a CitizenCon, ETF testing. CIG apparently we used it at different times. I think it was 2021 to do tests. But it's like, you can't really miss what you never had. The thing though is like, you'd think that, you know, people are asking about it. CIG would give some sort of answer on it, but normally no answer is indicative of them just trying to let it get swept under the rug. Anyway, let's get started with this post. I'll leave the poll up there while we're going through the Spectrum post, so that those who have just joined us, welcome by the way, can also cast their vote. Alright, is Star Citizen dying? I'm not talking about servers. Can't die if never were alive first, or Spectrum. What? I'm talking about the entire project. I don't understand what they mean by the servers.
It's beyond your comprehension, agents. He's operating on a much higher level of intelligence than you are. Come on now.
Clearly. We all know that the game is making records here and there. New players pumping money. Marketing events non-stop. A few big content creators touching the game. But how those big milestones translate for the player who want to enjoy the game daily? Let's put some facts of 2022 on the table to get a perspective. It's Siege of Orison. Siege of Orison. A good idea of PvE event. Unplayable, showing the lack of deep FPS gameplay that CIG can introduce in this state of the game. Took a lot of dev time to fix and implement correctly. Jumptown 2.0. Cool PvP event if you are bed bananas playing with friends. Sadly, your experience will be Morph A2 bombed 80% of the times or free loot because nobody is doing that event in your server.
Excuse me. If you're playing by yourself, that's pretty much what you're going to get out of Jumptown 2.0. It's not a solo event. Let's just get that out the way. Let's clear that up really quick. It's not meant for the solo player. If you could fucking make use out of Jumptown and make a profit from it as a solo player, then good on you, man. You're ahead of the curve. But generally speaking, groups will always thrive more than the solo player at Jumptown.
Hospitals, outposts, derelicts, good locations for screenshots, still saying gameplay loops of 2018. Mining gadgets, is anyone using this? Refuel, remember how this was tier 0 in April 2022 because Pyro was coming soon? Well, it's going to be tier 0 for more than a year soon, and maybe we need to add 12 to 18 months to see tier 1. I'm just going to make this comment on refueling. There's really not much more that they need to do with it. Like, what we got was pretty solid to start with. What a lot of people were expecting the Starfarer to be able to do was collect, so harvest gases to refine into fuels, which are technically different mechanics to refueling. And what we've got for refueling is actually quite solid. So I don't think we'll see much more with that. Maybe the introduction of more ships. Maybe the introduction of like, well, actually they've already added like different nozzles and different fuel pods, if you know about that, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't. Like, those already exist in the game. Yeah, like, I don't know what more you're expecting out of refueling gameplay. You're just pouring bloody a
Come on, guys, we've had
bucket.
refueling. We've had refueling gameplay for years, right? Have you ever R&R'd on a landing pad? Come on, guys, let's be honest here.
Yeah, like fucking this is tier 1 refueling. Tier 0 was the R&R. Tier 1 is the Starfarer.
No, we can't say tiers anymore, agents. So they got rid of calling it tiers. There's no more tiers.
Still plenty of tiers if you check in Spectrum. This perspective of content that really don't add anything for the daily player base, create this... This is getting hard to read. This perspective of content that really don't add anything for the daily player base, create this questions around Star Citizen. I'm pretty sure either English isn't their first language or they're really drunk. We really need to get those features out now. We really need mining gadgets or refuel when the economy or the profession is not ready for that. We need locations where the AI is not responding or where we take boxes like 2018 locations. We need PvP or PvE scenarios when half of the mechanics create unbalanced experiences like people camping elevators in Siege of Orison or Moabs cleaning ships in Jumptown. The formatting for this is just frustrating. I'll finish it off. I want to come back to this particular point. That brings the topic into 2023, with PES still not live, but making one of the biggest changes for the game. What do you think? The perspective of gameplay at the end of the year is going to be like 2022. Are we going to suffer the same problems with New Caves Tier 0 with no content inside? Are we really going to enjoy salvage if CIG lower the profit of RMC? Is really piracy a viable thing to do with all the extra work for clearing crime stats or for taking those 99,999 boxes? What will happen to racing in PU when the real racing players will choose AC to avoid dying and travel times? Any loot, reputation, economy improvements in 2023? And yeah, we all want to know where Tony Zerovic is. What do you think, guys? Is Star Citizen dying with a slow progress in gameplay loops, or SE will be fine this year, even with the delay of Pyro and the lack of Squadron 42?
I don't care about what this person, Brandon BRB, has to say. I just want to know where Tony Z is. Valiant, I see you in the chat. Where is he? Tell me where he is. You know everything, don't you?
Alright, so the point that I want to talk about, well, Valiant's responding. He's elsewhere. Not good enough. So, mining gadgets or refueling when the economy or the profession is not ready for that. Mining gadgets probably weren't needed, but they added them anyway. Maybe there was a developer there that only had the time for that particular task. Who knows? Refueling. Well, we're going to need that for when we do go get Pyro. Maybe they thought they were actually going to be able to achieve their goal. Pretty clear that they weren't. Especially now. But, you know, at the time, they thought, yep, we should be able to hit that. And when they release a mechanic is not the same as when they started working on it either. So when we got it to when we're going, oh yeah, we'll be using this in Pyro, you got to like step it back even further, because when they made the decision that yes, we're going to need refueling, at the same time they were like, because we're going to have Pyro. So they projected a lot further back that yes, we're going to have Pyro around that time, because all these other tasks that are dependent, or that are dependents for before Pyro can get out there, are going to be completed by that time, because that's the time that we're scheduling for all that. So in preparation for all that, we're going to introduce refueling. The benefit is that if refueling, you know, even if we hit the mark with refueling, if Pyro's not ready, we've still got that mechanic there, and we don't need to worry about it. Yeah, at this point, you know, we need locations where the AI is not responding, or where we take boxes like 2018 locations. Yeah, because if they build them now, they don't have to worry about it later. We can populate it with AI, and once the servers are running better, the AI is still there. They don't have to do any more work, and it's ready to go, right? We need PvP or PvE scenarios where half of the mechanics create unbalanced experiences, like people camping elevators in Siege of Orison, or Moabs cleaning ships in Jumptown. This is not a balance issue. This is a level design issue. But even then, still not a balance issue. The camping of elevators is one of those things where it's like, alright, it's just a choke point. It's another form of choke point. So move. Get the fuck out of there. You shouldn't be...
Riot shields. Riot shields.
Hey.
Riot shields.
Check it out.
I want riot
Hot
shields.
girls.
Chat, give it to me.
Hope you want hot girls, guys. Nolat shows up, and instantly J-Dog's mum starts messaging. You're not leaving her a read again, are you, mate?
As soon as Nolat shows up, dude, oh my god, man, oh my god. It's like you knew.
Yeah, the camping of elevators, it's like just move and just assume that somebody's there that's going to gun you down. And if you're with a team of people, your friends are probably going to go down. Just run faster than them. And then Moab's cleaning ships at Jumptown. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, they're bombs.
It's
you're supposed to be. You're
It's
supposed
a
to be scared of
bomb.
it.
It's a bomb, dude. It's a fucking bomb.
Thank you
Christ
very
almighty,
much.
it's a fucking bomb.
Thank you very much, Hex.
Thank you for your 5. I appreciate the riot shield. Yes. Take a riot shield.
Is that 5? That's 500 Viking dollars. Yeah, Patrick, camping elevators. They're elevators that have beds in them and campfires, and there's a tent in one corner. No, it's just people watching the elevator entrance, waiting for you to come out, and then they gun you down. That's right, Toe Cutter. You don't need to be able to outrun a bear. Just the slowest person in the group. And you can increase your chances if you make somebody slower than you. Like, it's a choke point. Exploiting choke points is it's a tactic for battle that's been around for bloody millennia. Like there's a famous story about it. How the Spartans used, was it the pass at Thermopylae, to prevent the Persian army from being able to push through to the rest of Sparta and Greece. That's a choke point.
What is it called? The Hot Gates? Whatever the fuck?
Hell's Gates.
Or was that just the movie?
Yeah, 300 is the movie. Because it's about the 300 Spartans that went there and did it, and the couple of thousand other Greeks that were there. That's the thing though, is like, it's a choke point. You don't want to be in a choke point, so don't stay in the choke point. Fuck off out of it. It's not hard. An elevator, like, it's a choke point. Get the fuck out. And yeah, it's a bomb. Fucking Moab's cleaning ships in Jumptown, it's a bomb. If you're worried about a bomb dropping on you, don't fucking be there.
It's a fucking bomb, bro. It's a fucking goddamn bomb. If you're just a fucking solo Bob on the ground expecting to be able to thwart a bomb that comes down and tries to fucking blow you up, you're not gonna do it. Let's just be clear, you're not gonna do it. Unless you have like a fucking railgun that can shoot the bomb out the sky, which has been done, and I've seen it been done before. It's actually pretty cool.
Is piracy really going to be a viable thing to do with all the extra work for clearing crime stat or for taking those 99,999 boxes? Is it, Dobbs? Will piracy be viable now that we actually have to do shit?
Yes. Because joke's
But
on
why,
you,
Dobbs?
Mr. Sir. I'm into that shit.
It's like, I think that's a huge point that this person misses.
Don't you underestimate the interest that, or how fast a mongrel can move a box, right, guys? For the mongrels in chat, you guys know how it is. Christ almighty, you think, oh my god, it's going to take hours to move like these 600 boxes. Fucking wrong, dude. Wrong. We've developed
It'll take him hours. Hours.
We've developed a system. We know the amount of people it takes, and we can do it fucking easy, man. If you think, oh my god, I just got pirated, I spawned back at my landing zone, I'm gonna go back and get these guys before they can make off with all my cargo. Fucking joke's on you, dude. I'll be fucking gone with all your shit in a matter of minutes, man. So you can just fucking, I'm pretty sure you can feel, you can understand like the gesture that I'm doing with my hands right now. You can just put your head fucking right there, man. Just fucking you feel it? Yeah, so piracy's 100% viable.
So Patrick's asked, how fast can a fully laden mongrel fly? And the first question I'll ask is European, American, or Australian? You don't make shit for money being a pirate compared to not being a pirate. Okay, yeah, we know that. That's at the moment. In the next patch, the profit goes up a little bit, but you still got to divide it amongst your team. Yeah, we do it for fun, and we also focus on the experience of it as well. But I'm not too concerned about the profits. Like, we have nothing to spend the credits on.
I'll spend my money on cool armor to make myself look cool. Yeah, that's right. That's where my share is going towards. Fucking fuck yeah, dude. And you know what? You can never have enough Revenant Gatlings.
Yeah, that's right, Shadow Maverick. We've been dividing peanuts. A lot of the time in hits, I just don't even take the payment. I'll just be like, yeah, just divide mine amongst the rest or put it in the org coffers. But yeah, like, I don't understand, like, this person is trying to get at, like, the progress of Star Citizen's development being slow. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be slow. They're making 2 games at once, for starters. You got to realize that. But you know,
shut up, Agens.
Video,
I want to point your attention to the chat here. Mr. Cloudy Cloud's dad said, "I'm in an anti-pirate org," and he says that he wants to thank us personally for being pirates because we help make Star Citizen what it is, and he respects it. What are your thoughts on that, Agens?
Did you just assume their gender, Dobbs?
Yes, I did.
Fair enough.
Yes, indeed, I did.
Thank you. Like, I don't know, like, this will sound rude, but it's like, we just do it because we want to. It just is a byproduct that it makes, you know, Star Citizen a bit more entertaining for people. It's more entertaining for us. You don't happen to be funded by Tesseract, do you?
We are.
Were. Not anymore.
No, we are. The implication is still there. His name is attached to my hip. Right here. Hear that fucking meaty fucking, yeah. His name is right there.
Yeah, I agree that the reputation system needs a lot more work. And it does need to have more impact. Especially on, you know, organization relationships. And it is CIG's intent to get there eventually. I would like them to prioritize it more, but there's other stuff that they're working on, so who knows? Yeah, like, this guy's just complaining about the slow progress and then uses shit examples for why they think that that fucking Star Citizen's dying. It's like, these examples are terrible. I'm just surprised that it got so many upvotes. And I'm disappointed that it's not, because I'd like to increase the Picard palms on it. But I thought I'd share it with you guys. But that's enough Spectrum. Right. So yeah, is Star Citizen dying? What does the chat say? It's a resounding no. We have 73 votes. It's only 57 concurrent viewers, so we've had some people drop in and out. Welcome, by the way, if you're just dropping in. But I think it's time to end that poll. There we go. 87% said no, 12% said yes. How is it dying? Apparently there's a lack of progress, everyone. Because old mate gets bombed at Jump Town and shot in elevators.
I think my mouse just broke.
No.
It's just one of the buttons on the side. Well, chat, I think I'm in the market for a new mouse. I am happy to take suggestions. What's your brand? You like Razer, Logitech? What do you guys think? Send me links, perhaps? Give me names for mice that are good in 2023, yeah? Take suggestions from the chat, because this thing is fucking, G502. All right, let me take a look at that. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Oh shit. Wow. Yeah, it seems unanimous, Agens. Look at that.
It doesn't count if you keep spamming the same number. if the same person keeps spamming the same number. Right, so Valiant, you can only say you've peace once.
Yeah, Valiant, goddamn coward.
And I think some other people have no idea and are just jumping on the bandwagon now. That FOMO's kicking in. I think Shadow Maverick just made that one up.
It's a $44 mouse. Nice, dude. I think I might fucking take that shit, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, the button's completely fallen off now. Oh god, I need oh god.
No, it seems like there's quite a few people saying the G502. See, I'm using a Razer Naga Trinity, so it's got the removable side panels. But like I have
another Logitech mouse, so I think it's a sensible upgrade from my current mouse. So honestly, chat, thank you very much for your mouse recommendations. I'm going to buy that right now. Actually, fuck it, let's go.
Right, well, Dobbs is buying himself a new mouse. Let's close off on that bit of content, and we'll get ready to move on to the next one.
G502 Lightspeed, the newest model. Oh shit! That took a bump up from $40 to $90. What are you trying to do to me, Soriel? Christ!
Yeah, but it goes faster, Dobbs. It's Lightspeed. You can't
faster.
go
What do you mean
faster.
faster? What does faster mean when it comes to him? What do you mean? Like you need to, you can't just say light. You can't just say no. You can't just say light speed and not provide an example of what that means when it comes to this mouse. Like you have to.
I literally said that it's the speed of light. It can't move faster than the speed of light. It's that fast.
Fucking word. It's just not. That's not how it works with mouse. Fucking words mean
what do you
things,
mean?
Agents.
No, they don't. They can mean whatever the fuck you want.
What do you
they called
mean?
They said light speed for a mouse. What the fuck does light speed actually mean in relation to a mouse, Dobbs? You know, these people are saying it's wireless.
Agents,
it's
wireless.
wireless.
I want you to look.
How does light speed and wireless mean anything?
Agents, look at org comms. Look at org comms. I want you to recite exactly verbatim what Shadow Maverick said in the latest message in org comms, top of the chat. What did he say? I want you to say it out loud, verbatim. Yes.
Org comms or org chat?
Org comms.
Okay. Shadow Maverick says at Dobbs, Lightspeed is the wireless version. Hero is the latest wired version.
Thank you. That's what you should have said.
Why would I say that? I have no fucking idea.
I am fine with a wired mouse because my tower is actually very close to the rest of my peripherals, so it really makes no difference to me. So you know what? I am getting the Hero.
Wait, Sari's saying Lightfoot now.
What the fuck does Lightfoot? Guys, you're confusing me. Seriously. What tower do I have? Let me tell you. Crane, have you ever been to the Iron Islands? Are you into Norse mythology? Yeah, anyone here into Norse mythology? Do you guys?
We're not sponsored by them, Dobbs. Stop giving them free advertising.
Do you guys know what Yggdrasil is? Right? You guys know what Yggdrasil is? Yggdrasil is the life tree in Norse mythology. That tree holds all 9 worlds of the cosmos. Okay, think about that. That's incredible to think about it. And my tower represents the life tree, Yggdrasil. That is my tower. It is not only a machine. It is not only a computer. It is in fact a work of art. It's incredible. It's just great.
Yeah, and you've paired it with a mouse that's got buttons falling off of it.
I got this mouse before I got this PC, by the way, just to be clear.
Well, you should be pairing, if your PC is that good, you should be pairing it with a wireless mouse, really.
Perhaps.
You know, so get the Lightfoot.
By the way, just to be clear, if you want premium performance computers with incredible aesthetic design, visit ironsidecomputers.com and build your dream PC today.
Not sponsored by them, Dobbs. Stop doing this. It's not going to happen.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying my hardest to get us sponsored. Okay, we're not. We need more clout. Okay, and even if we can't, at least we can get their attention, agents. Because I'm pretty sure if Ironside Computers entered your email and sent you an email and said, "Hey, we would like to sponsor the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel, and have you guys represent our brand," you would say yes. You would say yes to that.
Maybe.
Yes, you would, because I will make you say yes. There is absolutely zero cons to having Ironside Computers sponsor this YouTube channel.
There's a huge con for me. There is a huge con. They're not in Australia.
Why? What, you have to fucking get on camera and say, "Hey, look, mate, it's fucking Ironside Computers, mate."
Yeah, I'll say that, and I'll be like, I have no fucking idea how good their computers are because they don't fucking deliver to my country. I'd have to get you on the camera doing that, and you won't show your face.
I'll do it, guys. You guys heard my pitch, right? I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Anyway, we're not bloody sponsored by Ironside or fucking whatever they're called. You can't ship upside down into the future. Well, no, that's how you ship things into the future. You have to put it upside down. All right. Anyway, next bit of content, because we're like already 5 minutes into the next. We're supposed to be 5 minutes into the next bit of content, and it's just been me and Dobbs arguing about a wireless mouse and a fucking computer sponsorship. Dobbs VTuber? Maybe. We'll have to see. Are you still there, Dobbs? Did Gilded die on us? No. Dobbs
I am still here. I am just silence.
Dobbs is concentrating because he's trying to buy a mouse right now. And I'm just going to charge on because, buddy, it's 20 something past 2 in the morning. So let's keep going. We'll switch over to this scene. So the next bit of content that we're going to be reacting to is... where's the link? Here it is. It's a long ass name for the title. Pirating and Star Citizen made us a huge target for bounty hunters in our stolen Retaliator. It's by HOD.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I think we watched their, what was it, their Mandalorian video last week, I think it was.
Oh, it was that one. Oh, so this, so let me guess, right? This guy, he's going to pirate this, what is it, Retaliator?
Yep.
He's going to bring him in warm.
He's going to bring him in cold.
He's going to bring him in cold. He's going
to bring him in cold. Actually, one of his videos, one of his bounty hunting videos has hit 100k views now.
He brought all those viewers in cold.
It's because he brings them in cold.
He
brings them in cold.
He brings those fucking subscribers in cold, man. Oh my god. I didn't think a fucking borderline RP bounty hunting video would make me laugh as much as it did, but it did. Oh, it's amazing.
Alright, let's get this started. It's a pretty long one.
Docking request denied.
He just ped rams me.
Wait, but it's a Retaliator, so he'll be fine.
He failed the ped ram.
No, like this is why the Retaliator is great.
It was the guy we stole this from.
It's the tankiest fucking
hate this kind of part. I hate this
it's
kind of
gotta be
shipjacking.
Elevator.
Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it.
But they've never been in a retaliator before, so they have no idea how to
See if we
actually
can
take it.
Jump on it at some point to get into access. I'll try.
I don't like
Should've
watching
stared
people
and
take
see
ships in
how many
Armistice
people-
Zone. It's just so.
Elevator.
Ah.
Oh,
Damn,
he's backed it
gone.
up.
Yep. Right. I'm gonna try and just land on it and
It's gonna
maybe,
fall
get
through.
in it somehow.
Is he gonna clip into the fucking gravity
Yeah,
well? No, he's
see.
not. Okay.
Looks like there's no sticking points.
Yeah, it's
He's gonna get fucking trampled.
Jump.
He's gonna get fucking trampled.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I joined it.
Starry
I'm on.
cat.
'Cause I'm in. Oh no,
That sounds
you
like a
joined
person
for
we've hit
second, it
before.
gets you off. No, can't open this.
Damn.
See if you can get on the landing gear. Oh.
Is he taking off?
He takes off, he'll probably fall through that bloody docking
Yeah, no, I
collar.
reckon he spotted me because I joined.
No,
his
he's
ship.
gonna get fucking crippled.
I mean,
he's gonna get fucked as soon as he takes off.
Me off. Yeah, it kicks me off. He's definitely spotted me because I'm on top of this shit.
Try and hold F open it again. Try it.
I don't think there's anything more we can do. I think our cover's blown, man.
Our cover's blown.
Unless one of these wings. Oh, the wing is physical.
Bring him in cold.
What does that mean?
That's not the wing's gravity. That's the.
You gotta bring
that's
the ship in
pads.
cold.
That's a pad's gravity.
Oh, he's gonna get crippled. He's gonna get crippled. Oh god, yep.
I lived. Did you die?
The only way in there would be
Wait, he's back on.
when it's in space
What?
out of arms. And you
What was
shoot
that
through
cut?
there.
Yeah.
Did the
see,
ship
this would've
land
been
again?
perfect. I should have had a tracker with us, man. We put a box on it. Yeah.
Oh, you hear what he just
and then
said?
Track him to
Yeah.
where he
we
Oh,
put a box on it.
I wonder where he got that idea from.
Oh, there's another guy here.
He's commented on a few of our videos.
I think he's landing. Whoa!
Is
I'm
he-
in.
there you go.
I'm in.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
How'd you get in?
Yeah, my theory on the airlock. No, the airlock. You just go on the airlock.
Yeah.
Is he still moving?
Clip
He
through.
is. I might actually be in. Go, go, go. I think he thinks because you fell off that I fell off too. I think he's committing this time. Oh no, he's turning back around. No, he knows. He knows.
No, he's orientated towards the moon.
What
Look.
are you doing?
Look at what he's doing.
Come on, he's doing it.
See?
I'm in.
Nice. Take him out.
I've got to figure out which way is the front of the ship.
You're going the
though.
wrong way.
He's
You're going the
going
wrong way.
right through there. Go to your
What's the
left.
direction of travel?
You'll go right.
Yeah, I think I
Oh my god.
I knew it.
You need to go to your left, dude.
Oh mate.
This
It's
is
actually
why we teach.
Yeah.
This is why we teach our prospects ship layout retention because to avoid shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, this is a thing with all docking collars, like docking collars, hatches, and anything like that.
Hello. Your ship.
Oh, get him out the seat.
Your ship
Get
is
him out.
mine.
Get him out the seat. Stand up. Get him out the seat. Get him out the seat.
Can you hear me?
He's a lot. No, don't talk to him. What are you doing? You're gonna try to ransom him? I thought you were gonna steal the ship.
If you talk, I can resuscitate you, and we can work this out. But you got to communicate with me.
You're not bringing him in cold though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you gotta bring him in cold. Alright, he's dead.
Fuck, that guy's got a lot of shit.
Oh, he had a nice kit too.
Pull the just pull the undersuit. Thank you.
Oh, big up, see, man. Has he pushed Grimstat yet? He hasn't. He left.
Starry Cat. That does sound familiar. Have we pirated this person before?
That's what I'm
gave him
saying.
the
Like,
option. Like I told him I'd pick him up and stuff if he cooperated, but he didn't want to.
this guy doesn't even have a tractor beam on his multi-tool. There we go.
Oh, fuck, it happens to me all the
It's almost
time.
like
It just
people
disappears.
Don't like it when you get on and kill them. That's something. He pushed Grim on me.
Just get in the chair.
You wanna
No, I can understand what he's doing here. Nah, whatever.
Yeah, if you can get me a chip, that'd be great. Yep. Alright, so I guess we are testing out the telly.
See, that's why you get him out of the chair. I was about to say, like, I understand why he's doing it.
Scorpius, you gotta come get in. He's in a Scorpius, man. He's coming to fight us, coming to track the bounty.
Helmet on.
He just tried to land on me. He just tried to land on me. Something blew up. I don't know.
He tried to pancake him.
I'm gonna come into the station, maybe. Okay, we got the big hangar.
Wait, that ship would be in range of the ASOP terminals, right?
I'm coming up towards you, mate.
Just fucking
You can
store
literally
it.
claim it. Yeah, no.
Just store it.
Whoa! Did I die? Whoa! He just pad rams me. Oh, he died. He died. He failed the pad ram, man. That's hilarious. Poor guy. I mean, not poor guy, sucked in. It's the bounty guy. It was the guy we stole this from.
Poor guy.
That was the
Can't
guy who
even
was
make up
flying
his
around
mind.
here trying to kill me. It was the guy who we stole this from originally.
Putting logo, you pad ramming pussy.
Nah, it's fine.
Pad ramming's
He
bad.
failed anyway. Repairing 60,000, but I don't even care.
He's gonna get stored.
No, there we go. Haha, fail. Sucked in.
Elevator up, please.
Yep.
You could have just stored the ship.
There we go. Now.
Yeah, you talking about the other guy, right?
Yeah, the other guy could have just stored the ship. Would have been brilliant if he had stored it after old mate and fucking repaired it too.
Gotta test them. Ooh.
I miss the old torpedo cams.
Oh, it's so brutal.
Delete.
So much power. Oh, that was hectic. Oh, so see if you can find a turret in there.
Yep.
But we need to clear our crime stat so we can do some bounties with this. I want to take it on some ERTs.
And here comes the epic journey to clear the crime stat.
So to get
Become a
more like
free
it, am I
man.
right?
Gonna bring him in cold.
Alright, I've claimed the throne.
You done
Feels
what
like
now?
a submarine.
Claim the throne.
I guess we can.
Oh, he's talking about the
sleep on
shitter.
it. Oh wait, what's up this letter? Is that you? What is
Wait.
up here?
Turret.
Just turret? There's more, isn't there? There's another deck. Ooh. This is cool. Little, oh yeah, there's beds. Sleeping quarters.
He's never been on this ship
Quarantine
before, so
zone,
he's...
man.
Yeah, you could tell, right? Yeah, you could tell.
You're a coward. Hodoth. Coward.
He's tilted.
Hold on.
Oh, stay moving. Don't stand
Alright.
still.
I am clear. Let's go. Someone's here. They're coming up on the pad. Yep, they're here for
Someone's
you.
actually.
Yeah, someone's actually coming in.
And now
Yeah,
he's
we're
gonna
gonna
give
shit
himself a
everything.
crime stat again.
Oh, so they're not out of the ship yet.
They're not out of the ship yet.
Roger.
I'll just blow him up, please. He's in a. Is that a hawk?
Shoot. Yeah, that's a hawk. He's looking at the glass.
I railgunned him once.
I love the railgun. I love the railgun so much.
He's probably
landing.
wondering. Wait. What is?
Wait, why are my shields down?
Why are they
Took
not?
off his wing.
Why,
What
why
happened to
are they
my
not
wing?
reacting?
Oh, he got away.
Oh, you missed.
Oh,
Wait,
he looked like he
it
was
looked
about to
like
land the
Someone's
station.
deviating to my
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Really?
Shoot
Yeah.
him. Oh, he's in the.
Lit him up.
Wait, did he?
He's in his ship, is he?
I love the
He's got no
animation.
weapons.
Deviating out to it.
There's like no EVA
looking
animation whatsoever. He's just like essentially.
Why is he
He's,
all
look at,
red
He's in
now?
a
he's
sperm
idling,
suit
yeah.
with a different
He's,
helmet.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't kill this guy.
Reload.
Crimstat, won't he? It's probably
You
Cat
kill-
come back for his ship though.
I don't understand what's
Yeah,
happening.
something out.
Why are you trying to attack him?
He's just
Oh, yeah.
around it.
Commit.
He's already shot the guy. Just kill him.
Get away from the ship.
Get on the fucking megaphone. Get away from the ship.
I think he's gonna die. He's bleed out.
Yeah.
There he goes.
No J Dogs. There's no torpedo cam. Oh,
Yeah.
he's bled out.
He's down.
Who is it? Look at them.
Now I'm gonna have to clear bounty again.
He died, did he?
Yep. Alright, let's get ourselves some bounties.
What?
Now that we're clear of Crim.
Oh, that was just a massive jump cut. Okay.
I mean, if you're nervous about the fight, Sam, you don't need to be ashamed. We gotta get him before these other boys do. To know we're coming before.
Gotta bring him in cold.
He's still there at the zone.
He's gonna bring him in cold.
He's too close to this research outpost. No, he's not. Oh, perfect. He's out of it. Excellent. Boris. He's gonna run though when he sees the.
Bring him in cold.
Yeah.
Bring
oh,
him
look at
in
this.
cold.
We got a
Bring him
hurricane.
in cold. Bring him in cold.
Which one's
I
him?
haven't seen the missile
He's
cannon.
in the Connie, which should be above.
For
oh,
ages.
yo. Where is he? I can't see his.
I can't see him either.
He's not coming up though. There we go. I got him. Come on, lock.
Yeah, got him.
Pushing in a bit closer, and then we'll fire missiles. I'll get a bit closer. I'm not going to fire missiles till we're like 1,000 out.
Are they like cross section?
Look like it.
Hold turret
I
fire
thought they
them.
were IR.
Yeah.
Can't even get. We're not even close enough to shoot yet. It's 5,000 away.
Here we go. Get ready.
There's laggy as shit too.
You gotta fire now. In a minute.
Missiles away. Payload. Oh, he missed it, I think. Yeah, just
I think he was a little bit
then.
too close. I don't know.
Yeah. The problem is that by the time you press the button and it actually
Payload
deploys
away
and
at
fires,
1,000.
It's not going to be.
You changed it yet to EM?
Nah, I haven't yet. Oh, we got him! Oh no!
Nah, it failed.
The other hunter got him. Oh, no, he's on us, yep. Yeah, light him up then.
Oh, it's a terrible position for your dirt gunner.
He's gonna die quick. Oh,
Roll.
I'm running out of ammo.
Roll! Fucking roll! There we go.
Is he going to try and torp him?
Yeah, he's running.
Torp him! Come on, it's going to miss. So another problem that he's got when he's dropping those torps is that when he drops them, he's turning into the same path as what the torp is going to travel.
We'll be a lot better
as opposed to dropping the torp and then pulling away from it.
Yep.
Elevator's down too at the moment.
Yeah, probably result of the damage.
Because if you drop your torp and you fly down into its path, it actually deviates to go around you, which means that you're changing its trajectory. Whereas when you drop the torp, pull away, it flies in a straight line.
Oh, is he actually trying to ram him? Nah. Yeah, we just
ram him.
Didn't expect
You're
it.
in a retaliator. You'll survive.
That's so true.
That's two turret gunners. That's two turret gunners there.
Well. Oh, he blew up before a missile. And that was pretty nice. The tally taking it. He's beat up. You took it though. Like part of it is one of the back thrusters, maybe a little bit. Yeah, one of those thrusters. Look at it sparking a bit.
Just
but
rotate
overall,
your
that was
ship
pretty good.
so that you got the
and we were able to
sunlight on
keep up with the little ships. Like you guys had good cover on him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Look at the holes. It's got actual holes through it. Like
This ship takes a beating.
it does. That was the warm up. Now we're gonna do some ERTs. There she is. Cleaned up now. Let's see how she goes against a hammerhead.
Yeah, we brought him in
Oh,
cold.
too
You know
slow.
how it is, man.
Yeah,
We brought him in fucking, yeah, you know how it is, man. We're gonna take his hammerhead, we're gonna bring him in fucking cold, baby.
Here we go.
Target trip again. Target trip.
Yeah, I shared a ERT.
Already accepted.
Yeah.
Automatically.
So they're going to be changing that central area in the
What is
retaliator.
the test?
Here we go.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're going after AI now.
payload away.
AI. Well, it's
I
alright.
don't know
They
where
can
that
bring
went.
they can bring AI in cold too, right?
One thing I want to shoot at target.
I'm jammed. I can't shoot any more torps.
I think I am.
Stop. There we go.
I'm shooting at it.
Alrighty, I'm gonna save this to the next one. I'll clean them up. And hoping there's no hammy. This is gonna be a hammy, you know.
Now you've said it.
No, well, there's always one hammy target in these ERTs. Slowing approach. My torps are jammed, so it's up to you guys on the turrets. Is that our target?
Negative. Hammerhead. Hammerhead.
Is that actually our target, Hammy?
Yep.
Dead set? No. We'll be right. I still can't see him yet. Sorry.
Just ram it. Your
Which is
Retaliator
crazy.
has more
It's a
HP than a
It's
fucking
the
hammerhead.
hurricane I'm shooting at now.
Yeah. Yeah, shoot at the hurricane. We'll get the little ones off the field.
No, like the missiles aren't
Good
going
kill.
into the loaded state.
Let's take this one out. It's coming in to kiss us. That pop. Nice.
Hello, here we go.
Just ram it.
Yeah,
Ramming spoon.
very inaccurate. Look at this slow strafe and we're just destroying.
Is that thing even firing back? Yeah, it is now.
Reloading.
Yep, I'm gonna strafe us back that way so we can focus that shield. Focus that left side. Left side and rear. Gonna get us a bit of distance.
Reloading.
Yep. Good hits, good hits. Yeah, this is a good distance. We're dodging most of this now.
I'm not hitting now.
Yep, yep, getting back in, pushing us back in. There we go.
Oh, it's missing?
Yep, keep that mid section
Music.
focused. He's going down.
So quiet.
No, honestly, this is just so exciting that it doesn't even.
There she
It
goes.
doesn't need the music, man.
Nice. Didn't even need our torps.
This is in 318, so
I
that's
wanna
a
do
soft
this again
death.
with torso. Look at the front of the ship. She's still held up though. Oh yeah, that's Vanguard guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sucked in, mate.
he
That's what
rammed it.
happens if you try and ram a ship like this. Good luck, mate. We're in a death spin. See you on the other side, boys. We should stabilize. Here we go. Here we go. We got another red.
Cuddy.
Yep. Focus,
Why is
Charles.
his vehicle being impounded? Was he?
Oh, I've only got one.
He must have got close to
one
PO or
torpy.
something.
Here we go. Get ready for him, boys.
It's not actually being
Too far away,
impounded.
Liz. Too far away, Liz.
No, but I mean, like, the notice would have been from going near
Swap
PO.
away.
Yeah.
It's a bit better with that torp release.
Oh, see you, mate.
Get out of here.
And there's another one there too.
Here
Oh, you
go,
got a red.
one. Yep, the red ball on us.
Get ready. Yep. We got. Oh, it's AI, but yeah, have a bit of practice.
Another red.
Oh yeah, target tips here. Target tips here. Target inbound. Target inbound.
Yep.
He's in yeah, he's in his ship from before.
Vanguard
Yeah.
Sentinel.
Oh no, different ship. Yeah, Sentinel this time. Hopefully, actually comes back.
What are we on?
Tiger
His
tip.
EMP charge.
Yeah, in
He's-
front of the red guy.
He's going to try and drop it, and the
Good hits,
shields
good
aren't going
hits.
to be down.
He's underneath, so you should be able to hit him, Liz.
Yep.
Good hits, guys. Nice hits, boys.
Slow down your movement.
Yep. Keep going. Nice freaking work.
He tried to
Yeah, he did MP. He got our shields
Anchor
down. But
yourself.
that's fine. Keep on him. Because his shields are down too. Yep.
Tiger Trip did the right thing. He dropped a shield quadrant and disabled the rest of the shields.
that's what
Their
they
shield
like.
quadrants are going to be down for the next like 10 minutes now. Now you can just fucking
shield
lay
Good
out
hits.
to
Good
me.
hits.
Shields are
Yep. Keep on him, boys. Nice work. That's it. Good hits. Good hits. Keeping above so you can hit him. Nice. Power. I did.
Just
Yeah, we all lost
disable
power
him.
for a second. We gotta hopefully come back.
It's
Yeah, I'm
not
not sure.
enough.
Someone's
It's
still hitting him.
yeah.
Nice work,
Still
Lizard.
moving.
We'll come back in a minute, Seaman, I think.
Ian, lose
Here we're
engine
back.
power.
We're back online. Keep going.
Come on.
He's never going to lose engine power, but
There we go. Nice one, boys. Nice one. GG's in chat.
Target trip. Target trip. You gotta play it a bit safer.
Yes, sir.
You like he really could have controlled distance there and just hammered it
There
from.
he is. Lock and target. And
What's up, Amira?
come on. Firing. Swap away.
Oh, they've repaired again.
And
a lot of jump cuts in this Agens.
Yeah, a lot of jump cuts,
Oh my
but like
goodness.
it's jump cuts to different sections
This thing can just tank it with the shields down. It's
of their
crazy.
gameplay session.
Reloading quickly.
That's how we do. So we were like shields down there, but I'm not even phased because this thing just like has so much whole health. Neutralize. More like neutralize, am I right? Got him.
He makes jokes like
Hey,
you,
this
Dobbs.
guy,
Got here.
yeah,
it's a
this guy's got
hammerhead.
jokes, man. You gotta respect it. He brings
we
those
go.
jokes in cold.
Let's see how this goes. Nuke away, hammerhead. Say hello to our little friend. Oh! I'm buying one of these for ERTs. It's too easy. One hit, hammerhead. Oh, another player is on us. He's in a Connie.
So if you matched his strafe, like right now would be a good time to fire.
Yeah, he's coming too close, he knows. Good hit, C-Man.
No
Nice
angle.
work.
So you only got one.
Trying to get you back
So you only got one turret gun now.
There you go.
Recharging.
I'm trying to get some distance on him.
This
and
is a
just
player. And all that. Well, that was.
That video was really brought in cold.
That was I'd say it was bad. It was kind of entertaining, but yeah,
No, that was the worst video I've ever seen.
Firing torpedoes can always be fun. But yeah, that's PvE. That's bounty hunting in Star Citizen in a nutshell. Really, like the PvE side of things for sure. It's interesting though, like to see the perspective of somebody who doesn't play the game that much and see how they react to, you know, like being in new environments. Like first time they'd ever been on a Retaliator and they clearly had no idea about their orientation at all in the ship. But yeah, that was Piracy and Star Citizen. Made us a huge target for bounty hunters in our stolen Retaliator, which was like probably 5 minutes of it, and then the rest of it was them blowing up other people. Anyway, this is a good little video. Looking forward to 3.18 going live so that we can start posting decent piracy videos again.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can't post PTU hits, can we, agents?
No, because of fucking PTU hits. Jesus. What's the time? Need to check something because you'll need to delay something quickly. Come on, YouTube. I do not need to delay. That is good. All right. So yeah, that was a video. That's all. That's as much as I'm going to say now. Let's move on to the next bit of content. This one should be a little bit more entertaining. That said, though, I only watched the first 30 seconds, and that's why, based on this one, why I wanted to actually react to it. So the next one, where is the... Before we start, put that recording button. It's the next video. Hold up. Playing Blake asks, will the Lagrange Point Rex stay for live? Is Mongrel Squad going to do all the hits there instead of aerial? No idea. We'll go where the targets are. We may end up moving around. Hitting salvages though will be quite profitable. But we gotta kind of wait for them. So it's kind of like hitting rock miners again. From the sense that if you come across one and you scan them and they got fuck all in them, you've got to keep somebody around watching them until they actually have enough worth taking. So chat got so bored they started talking about what was it? Firefox. Anyway, let's get started with the next video. So this one is by, where is it? Yeah, Cloudy, there's heaps of people that we still haven't seen in the game. Like we pirated thousands of players and we still, heaps of people we still have not even come across yet. Like a lot of content creators never come across them. It's just by chance that we came across Salty Mike as much as we have. And Jack Axon, although I think Jack Axon tries to make a point of trying to be on the same servers as we are. Because he's bored. Yeah, so the next video that we're reacting to is from Voidy Vods. Voidy Vids. And it is titled Saving Private Morphologist Star Citizen 3.18 PTU Gameplay. I haven't watched more than 30 seconds of this, so I like the first 30 seconds. Let's go.
Void Dude, and it's good to be back making ludicrous space game videos after a long holiday break. Little Voidy Jr. is back at school safely in Lawville. so I need to go on many epic space adventures to afford my crippling maze addiction, ever-increasing school fees. To that end, I've been enjoying Star Citizen 3.18 on the PTU, which is kind of like putting on your favorite pair of pajama pants, but they've been treacherously laced with rusty metal nails.
Oh dear, what are you doing?
Comfortable, but every now and then you get an intense tetanus-inducing sharp throng of pain that shakes you to your core. 3.18 is a chunky patch that will literally change the way we enjoy our ludicrous space game, with a Miss Cull-E's cargo worth of content to jump into that includes high-stakes adrenaline-packed Greycat PTV buggy racing.
Oh no! Pico went flying. What the
a coffee machine.
We can grief people there.
Jawa junkyards on Totally Not Tatooine, dirty caves, incredible new ways to get shanked in prison, a slew of time trial racing content littered throughout Stanton that is sure to make the XGR community shriek with joy, the ability to draw abstract art on the hull of ships and wrecks, cargo that will hang around forever, unlike my father that left to go buy cigarettes 11 years ago, thanks to persistent entity streaming paving the way for true pirate gameplay possibilities. A new salvage ship, the Drake Interplanetary Vulture, alongside an actual use case for the Reclaimer.jpg. And security post Karia is blue now. But from my personal experience, the greatest feature added to Star Citizen 3.18 is a new mission to rescue everyone's favorite space architect. Let's begin! The tremendous weight that this mission carries cannot be overstated. The world we live in and take for granted each and every day, both in 2953 and in contemporary society, owes its existence in massive part thanks to architects. Their ingenious creations are quite literally the backbone of civilization. Just look at this, and this, as well as this. Where would the human race be without these awe-inspiring monuments that literally stand as symbols of humankind's progression throughout history? Therefore, saving private morphologists might have just become the single most important mission contract I could ever hope to accomplish in Star Citizen, which is saying a lot because Squadron 42 isn't even out yet, and that game should have some pretty high stakes. Or else why would Luke Skywalker even be in it?
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
We're in a Drake Interplanetary Corsair now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one I Loved That Ship. I wish it featured more in this Voidy Vids adventure. However, we've been kidnapped. We arrive at the Quantum Beacon, and it appears we're not alone. This is unsurprising because of how important this mission is. Everyone around the verse obviously understands the value of rescuing a space architect with that many YouTube subscribers, and the amount of views content like this could get for my channel, I mean their importance to society. You might be thinking, Void dude, this is a really important mission and probably a highlight of your YouTube career. Why are you dressed as a simpleton Jumptown tourist afraid to lose his armor and gear? You appear woefully underprepared for a mission of this magnitude. To which I say, silence random handsome viewer, just give me a pair of white space pajamas and a helmet and I shall shake the foundation of the verse with my determination and skill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello.
Oh, there's Void dude as well.
I don't understand this ship is... Who is the owner of this ship?
I believed at the time that this was a reclaimer generated by the Black Kite mission. However, moments later it jumped into Quantum.
No!
They're being kidnapped?
How unfortunate. I loved that ship. I wish it featured more in this Voidy Vids adventure. However, we've been kidnapped.
That's the shit.
Did we just get kidnapped?
What the
You gotta protect me, bro. I've got no weapons.
I don't have a weapon on me, but no worry. I have
Two people.
Who walks around with no weapons?
I got these bad boys.
He can follow us.
I've got thunder and lightning.
Oh. Ça, tu me reçois? Je vais avoir besoin d'assistance, je suis bloqué dans un reclaimer.
My new French friend and I begin to panic. What if this was Private Morphologist's plan all along? What if he was currently streaming and this was an elaborate ploy to lure and illegally traffic unsuspecting medical rescue team operatives into some kind of architecturally well-designed sex slave dungeon? Man, that would be so hot. I don't often watch Morphologist's streams, so I'm not sure what his Twitch audience is into.
My teammate, I have a Drake Corsair, and he's following us, so no worry.
Cool.
And sorry for my terrible French accent.
No, dude, it's all good. Sorry for my South African accent.
Oh, he's South African.
Oh, okay, cool.
He'd be upset now.
And I apologize for my
up English /
Oh god, we've become culturally insensitive Asians. Help.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
What do we do?
We're gonna get cancelled.
I think Morph is on yellow, isn't he? Is his beacon still up?
Oh, I thought he was here on this ship. I thought this was one of those Ninetales, missions.
No, he's stuck on. He's down. He's on yellow, I believe. He's taking us there, so we're gonna go grab him. Hopefully, if he's still alive.
For some reason, I had a beacon to come here. That's why I'm here. Now I've been kidnapped.
Me too, I have a beacon here, but there is no one to save.
As it turns out, the captain
This
of this
is in 318.
Nostromo Nom Nomo was not kidnapping us, but I coincidentally stowed away along with my French companion right as they were heading toward Private Morphologist's location to initiate the medical rescue.
There's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of AI enemies down near his body, so we need to shoot them up.
I respectfully open the port airlock door to see how far along we've come. And I managed to get this cool shot for your viewing pleasure. Voidyvids is certainly headed for higher production quality standards in 2023. We finally arrive and I'm too lazy to go back and find the right elevator to use, as the Nostromo Nom Nomo has an overly complicated interior ship layout. As first place World Championship Jumpy Jumper Boy, as seen in one of my previous videos, link in the description, navigating this maze of Reclaimer hull bulk to safely get to the surface of Yella below should be an easy task. The stakes on the line are too high to fail. Nothing will get in my way of saving the Verse's most renowned and popular intergalactic architect. If only a fraction of his subscribers discover this video, the fame, glory and YouTube ad revenue will be incalculable. Little Voidy Jr.'s future will be secured and he could maybe get into one of those good schools on Microtech and finally be rid of the Verse's most horrific orphanage back on Lorville.
He's gonna die. He's gonna fucking die. All that effort.
Oh well,
He
never
needs
mind.
rescuing now.
I certainly never suggested that the fate of
Fucking
civilization should rest on my incompetent shoulders. You knew what you were in for when you opened this video. The real world as well as the verse are simultaneously doomed if no one can hit Private Morphologist up with a sweet Hemozol injection. Worse yet, what if he is currently streaming and his Twitch viewers end up getting bored of staring at an incapacitated Star Citizen eagerly awaiting high-octane medical rescue gameplay? This is an absolute tragedy. Oh good, never mind.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
There's nothing quite like another tier 3 leg injury to kick off the new year. Man, it's great to be back playing Star Citizen again after our holiday break. Thanks to the technological breakthrough of persistent entity streaming, we can loot these deceased dangerous Ninetales gang members to get out of these white space pajamas. I need to look, as the cool kids say, totally drippy for my debut appearance on Morphologist's stream after all. We finally make our way toward the danger to see if there's any Private Morphologist left to save, but as it turns out, he's already been successfully stabilized.
More PCs. Who's got that Pisces? My head's messed up bad.
I figure I should follow him for the content. I mean to get my tier 3 leg injury corrected as well.
First chat GPT and now this.
Yeah, the AI are actually doing something. They're taking over. Look out! Dude, there's 2 guys dead here. Help me, please! Help me!
Oh shit! Getting gunned down there, getting flanked.
Are you dead?
Shit, he just got fucking popped, bro.
I'm dead.
God,
To the
Again.
left.
Dead.
The guys are to the left.
I'm incapped. Can you pull me
You
up?
don't have to actually, you can tell there's
It's an ambush, look out!
Oh god.
Yes!
Just pick
Right
up
in
a
his
gun.
fucking solar plexus.
I've got. Well,
You good, bro?
He's gonna
I'm
get
really
gunned down
messed
again.
up. I need that bad. I'm really messed up.
Is that guy
GIVN.
alive?
Where's the guy shooting us from?
Ignoring the danger, I figure I'm not an architecturally high-value target for the AI to decimate and boldly attempt to rescue the armor off this deceased Star Citizen. Thank you for your brave sacrifice. Your death was certainly not in vain.
Does anybody have any FS9 rounds?
What are the drugs for head? Head and chest. Oh, wait, hold on. Demoxitrin and
Just
concussion,
fucking
all
use
right. And then
auto.
Sterigen for ocular
Fuck.
inflammation. All right. And then Sterigen again. All right. I think that's it.
Somebody needs to write a song to make it easy to remember.
All right, we're good. My hello there. I'm gonna try to loot these guys. Hopefully there's not more.
This is just great. I love
Someone
this.
stuck in the right side of the C8R. Did they get out?
I'm not sure.
Oh my
I heard them screaming in
god.
French.
No! Help me!
As it turns out, our French friend from earlier is stuck inside the Pisces. I'm not sure if this is a case of cultural differences or if he actually needs help.
Is he out? Did he get it? Did he get free? All right, thank you guys so much for the rescue. I appreciate it immensely.
Well, I don't know if I helped or not, but it was pretty sweet.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I want to try to go do some more missions. Stay safe out there, everyone. Stay safe.
Cheers. An architect has been saved this day, and the human civilization will hopefully continue to prosper. I'm no hero, I'm just doing what any sane person would do when presented with an opportunity to expose himself to over 240,000 YouTube subscribers. 3.18 is shaping up to be an incredible patch, as I'm sure scenes like this will become even more commonplace in the near future, with just about every destroyed ship, lootable corpse, cargo box, weapon and piece of gear in our ludicrous space game remaining for us to discover, loot and exploit in some game-changing or game-breaking way. This is my first video since getting back from holiday, and I'm so happy to be back here making content for our ludicrous space game for you handsome viewers to enjoy. While I was coming back from holiday, driving through the heart of South Africa in the pitch darkness, somewhere between Vogelstruslichte and Oppievlakpadstal at 1:30 in the morning, while my family slept soundly within the car around me, I had time to reflect on life and think about the things that are truly important. No, not the family. F those guys. I'm talking about you, the average Voidyvids YouTube subscriber. I'm not going to let 2022 be peak Voidyvids content, and I will strive to sail the ship as far and as long as possible, and I'm so thankful you are along for the ride. Thank you to all my patrons for your support. Your incredible generosity continues to blow me away. Thinking of pledging to this ludicrous space game? Then use one of the referral codes on screen now for a free 5,000 starting credits. If you enjoy my content and are interested in supporting the channel beyond a like and a subscribe, check the links in the description. It genuinely helps me to continue producing these videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the verse. Cheers.
Thank you, Voidy Voids, for that incredible and educational video. Do you feel educated, Agens? How do you feel?
I feel a little let down. I thought it was going to be a bit more entertaining. I thought it was going to be a bit more entertaining with how it started.
Don't be naive, Agens.
But then again, like, stars and things happen, so, you know. It's just one of those situations where it's like, they eventually achieved the goal. But it was quite, like, it highlighted one of the things that you encounter a lot in Stasis, and it's where fucking, what's it called, the, nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's still trying to work out what they're doing. And, you know, like, then Stasis and things happen and turns everything upside down. Which is why when we put out Piracy videos, it looks like everything's fucking magic. And that we're scripting everything. Because people see gameplay and it doesn't fucking look like it got interrupted by anything.
Never mind that, Agens. Don't we have some things to say now?
Some things, maybe. What things would you be talking about, Dobbs? Oh,
listen, I'm not gonna fucking step on your toes and be like, oh, Dobbs, I don't need you to say this. I plan on doing this at a certain time at a certain place. I'm not gonna do that. Just say what you need to say.
Yeah, he's just trying to peer pressure me into, but he's trying to peer pressure me into doing things. He's trying to make me do things that, but I actually planned on doing anyway. So, you know, like, let's just go. Let's just get this done.
We have an announcement chat. Okay, tell your friends. All right, I'm pretty sure you may be in voice with some people, or you could be in a Discord. Okay, link them the stream right now, and be like, hey, they're about to say something. They're about to say something cool, right? So you better like just link the stream and be like, hey, they're saying something. They're doing some cool shit right now. Be like, so link the stream to your friends, to your org mates. You know, like something cool is about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, Sari, I see you in there doing shit. Do it. You specifically. You.
Stuff and things. All right. Anyway, by popular demand, we have finally opened up a gilded server for the public. So that link there will take you to.
Did you say? Did you just say a public Guilded server? So
well,
you're saying
I'm trying
that
to say it still.
You're saying that any one of these people, as a subscriber or a general follower or supporter of the channel, they can click that link and be able to interact with other like-minded people in the community as well as members of Mongrel Squad?
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, so that link there is to a public Mongrel Squad server. I'm going to be adding the link to the description of this video once it's all said and done. It'll also be in the About Us, and I'll probably put it on the Mongrel Squad RSI page, and if it'll fit in the Twitter description for Mongrel Squad's Twitter. Yeah, we're publicly associated with Guilded, so for the 10 people who follow us that also use Guilded, you guys can now join that server too. But yeah, I know a lot of people want to be able to communicate with us, talk with us, and all of that sort of stuff. One of the biggest requests was being able to suggest content to react to as well, so that's what this server is also for. There's some other things planned for it too, but I'm not going to talk about those yet, but keep an eye out for any additional news that'll come.
Literally downloading Guilded right now.
Around towards the end of the month. So Guilded is a competitor against Discord. It's got a few more features than what Discord has, but its drawbacks are that its VoIP servers aren't as good, and its push-to-talk features, I would say, aren't as good either. There's a lot more customization that you can do with Guilded than you can achieve with Discord. Discord's playing a lot of catch-up in the areas of customization like forums, calendars, events, schedules, you know, like screenshot galleries. But then there's a few features that Discord has that everybody wants brought over to Guilded, like good VoIP servers, bloody being able to stream in the same channels that you're doing voice comms as opposed to having separate streaming channels. Guilded is not completely broken. You can run it in browser, but yeah, like there's a lot of features, like things that Discord charges you for, Guilded just gives you for free, like the file upload limit. That's been increased to 500 megabytes, whereas Discord will charge you for anything more than 8 megabytes. They'll lock emotes and emojis on Discord to specific servers and gate them behind paywalls, whereas in Guilded it's just join a server that has those emotes and you can use them wherever the fuck you want. I will say this now, I'm not going to go back to Discord. I do not want to go back there ever. There's a whole range of features that Guilded has that just makes it superior to Discord. That said though, Guilded does need to pull its finger out and get its fucking VoIP sorted out. But yeah, we have a public server, so feel free to share that link with your friends, anybody that's interested in jumping on to the Mongrel Squad server. We'll be putting out notifications, you know, for these streams, for any content. If you want to suggest things for us to react to, you can throw it into the reaction and rants topic suggestion channel. Discussion for reaction and rants is for talking about the stuff there. We have our very own version of Spectrum.
Yeah, so if you say something that we don't like, you'll get thread locked. Deleted by Dobbss, Mongrel Squad. I'm kidding, I would never do that. I'm a free speech absolutist. Say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, there's still server rules, so don't go saying whatever you want. We do have forums there as well, so if you got stuff that you want to talk about with us, like long duration discussions, things that you might not be able to discuss on Spectrum because of forum moderation, you'd be able to have some of those discussions here, as long as it's focused on Star Citizen. Deleted by Night Dobbs -MS, yes. I'm going to change his name right now. Night Dobbs. Another thing as well, we'll have a forum. We have a forum specific for IC reports too. So, in Mongrel Squad, we do a lot of testing, especially during the PTU patches, and we will post IC reports for other people to view, test, upvote if they are able to replicate, and we'll be posting those across as well, so that the rest of the community who decides to come onto our public server can also engage there too. Patrick, I have no problems with that sort of thing, but it needs to be based on reputation. Then pirates also need to be able to hide. Like, it can't just be like, wherever we go, we're always red. We do need some level of being able to hide in plain sight. But yeah, so public server there. You will need to verify yourself when you land there, but the bot should already handle that once you get there.
We've got the first one. Yes.
Exploitation. Oh, Dobbs has plans. Dobbs has plans. Dobbs, be gentle. He does support us a lot.
I've already, it's already been made official. Like it's like it has to happen now. It has to happen. Like, did you see what the result was in member chat?
Oh no, I'm not looking at member chat. Where is it?
Yeah, go take a look so you can see what he's won.
Wait, I should be playing this on stream. Hold up. And now I gotta fuck around with bloody Windows because I accidentally closed my tab that I was using to watch the stream. Where is it? Played, share, copy. Yeah, paste, enter. Close. Why is it? It should not be auto playing. That big. We're gonna go over here. You're gonna just see a black screen, and then we're gonna go here. All right. Dobbs, do you mind explaining what the stream is looking at?
So, this is my punishment wheel. This is what I use to punish unruly members of Mongrel Squad when they do something stupid or neglectful. They spin the wheel, and it is tradition in the org where they have to do whatever the punishment is. Now, when the public server was officially like put up there and fleshed out, I made a point to say that the first new person that types in the public server general chat will have to spin the wheel just by virtue of them being the first member. So that's essentially the idea behind it. So I spun this wheel in advance for who is it, Hex here? Yeah. So
yes.
So go ahead and play. Love the build up.
Oh no. Are you really gonna make him do that? Oh man.
Oh yes. That is great. That is rich. I didn't rig that, by the way. It is what the wheel demands.
So Hex, congratulations, you just won a beating. That's the best way I can describe it. Congratulations. So
yeah, like whenever both parties can make the time, I guess that'll happen.
We'll have to wait and see. It's not really enforceable. Unless Dobbs wants to make it a thing. Who knows? Like, we don't know. Hex could be like a bloody Uber dogfighting pilot. It just tears through the FCP. Alright, let's go back to Facecam and turn the music back on. So yeah, as you can all see, we've got this public server here. Feel free to chat and talk and all that sort of stuff. It's about half an hour until another thing happens. And I wanted to stick around just before it goes live to test something out. And I'm going to
what can we possibly do for the next hour, or half an hour rather?
It kind of just needs to be for the next 20 minutes or so. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to ask? Like Patrick was talking about reputation, hiding.
Reputation?
Yeah. So let's see. So his question, the discussion started like pirates being flagged in SC, including and in their party. So this is essentially being attackable without waiting for the pirate to hit first. So essentially we're red. My response was like based on reputation, but we still need to be able to hide on it. So that, you know, like it's not immediately we show up and we're all red straight away. But yeah, like I've always said that the UEE space, like UEE space is the inverse of Pyro for us. So, you know, like for cargo haulers, industrialists, and lawful citizens, Pyro is dangerous to them. For us, like it's got to just business as usual. When we're in UEE space, like it's business as usual for them. It's nice and safe. They've got security and all that sort of stuff. Whereas when we go over there, you know, like we have to deal with the security. Like we've got the bad reputation, so we're going to get flagged. If we get scanned and recognized, we will be flagged and attacked. So, you know, I'm 100% for that sort of thing happening. I want that sort of stuff to be happening sooner rather than later. But CIG seems to have their priorities. Does Hex get to pick his ship? Cloudy asks, I heard Care Bears hire pirates to kill other rival Care Bears. True. Sometimes. Like, Cloudy, we have been hired to pirate other players. We have also had a plethora of other players come to us with the intent of hiring us to assassinate other people. We had to kind of point out to them that we're not assassins, we're pirates. So unless they got something worth taking, we're not really that interested. Plus, in the state of the game, killing them in game is just pointless. It's like, you know, we'd show up, we'd kill them, say something, and then leave, and it'd be like, oh mate, we just respawn, claim a ship, and then just go back to doing what they were doing.
The button has completely fallen off now. Yeah. Speak for yourself.
J-Dogs. That attitude will change eventually. Purely because of practical reasons. Unless we're in Pyro, in which case it'd just be like, we'd literally be killing on sight. But depending on the place that we're operating, we've got to play smart. That's kind of the nuance that I'm looking for as well in Star Citizen, is like, you know, some systems it doesn't matter, weapons free, go fucking ham. And other systems it's like, alright, we can't draw heat. We need to be smart. If we're going to draw heat, we need to make sure it's worth the time and effort. Flash Star should still be Motor Hobo status and red all the time.
J-Dog, you get out of here with that kind of rhetoric. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it at all in this chat. Putting you in timeout, mister. Go find a corner in your room, sit down, and just think about what you've done.
Don't even face the corner though. Like, face one wall that's in the corner. Don't face the corner. It would be nice to see some more expansion in hacking comm relays for avoiding crime stat. I don't know if CIG
Agents,
wants to do anything more with it.
Agents, what are your thoughts on reacting to a 5-minute Mongrel Squad video from 2 years ago called Caterpillar Extortion 3.9? That is the oldest public video on our channel.
Is it?
Retrospective. Yeah.
It's only 5 minutes? I thought it went longer than that. Let me get a sync tube up.
It's the oldest public video on our channel.
There it is. Holy shit, it is only 5 minutes.
Show them what it was like back in the day, Agents. Show them what we had to deal with back in the day. Yeah, fucking yeah, dude. It's like way back when. It's crazy.
It's trying to get me to edit it. Why? Why are you trying to make me edit? Alright, there we go. That one's better.
No, it doesn't have the old outro because I wasn't editing for Mongrel Squad at that point. This was back when Mongrel Squad only had like about 150 subs, right? Agent? Somewhere around there, kind of, you know.
Yeah, 150 subs with fuck all videos out there.
We should just watch the old outro, True.
Yeah, except we've got to blur out fucking part of it. It's another reason why I don't like using it.
Yes, we have, Dome. You need to keep up with what's going on, my man. Come on. Scroll back a little bit, and then you'll see exactly what happened. And I swear to you, man, it is funny. So, Dome, don't say another word. Scrub back in the video. No, don't say it. Don't say anything. Shut up. Go back, scroll back, and you'll find it. And you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. It's going to be great.
Dobbs posted the sync tube.
Ah, yes.
Alright, so I don't know how well this is going to play because our older videos will fucking play in terrible settings.
It's still playing. It's still playing. It's still playing. It's at 90 seconds in now. Agents, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, gosh, thank you. Whew.
Stop. Fuck. Man, this thing. If anybody knows of a better alternative to SyncTube, please send me a link.
Never. Never ever.
Alright, so to give a bit of context, this was back in 3.9 during the Laranite Rush. One of the very few videos of that era that's on the Mongrel Squad channel. I was streaming around that time on Twitch on my own personal channel as well. So there's a few hits that I got from then, but the footage is still on my old channel. I need to go back through and blur out the old logo. Yeah,
the old logo, you mean the stain?
It's not a stain. It's part of our history, but we still need to remove it. Alright. So, let's watch Caterpillar Extortion 3.9.
Cargs full of titanium.
Jeremy, if you can hear me, you need to stop your ship. Stop your ship immediately. You're being pirated right now, mate. If you don't stop your ship, we will destroy you. Alright, you slowing down? No, you sped back up. We're getting desync here.
Yeah, but I'm so good.
Alright. Jeremy, you need to stop your ship in the next 30 seconds or else we're going to destroy you. We're not going to get a crime stat for doing this, mate. Comrades off.
Oh god, what is happening? Fucking dude. This is extortion. Oh god. Yeah. So yesterday, man. Well, I remember when we did this.
You got 10 seconds to comply.
God.
You slowing down?
Who in their right mind would still extort people?
Looks like he's doing jumps.
Hilarious.
So, just to give a bit of background on this hit, we didn't know this at the time, but Jeremy was streaming on Twitch, and he, like, when I found out, I went back and watched his point of view. He had no idea what was going on, didn't know what to do, was fucking nervous as fuck. Anyway, my VoIP was working, his wasn't. So they end up talking in chat.
He's slowing down, accelerating.
Alright, I got EMP ready, but not going to drop it yet. EMP right, was this is taking too long already. During this time. My lord, back off to 1500. I'm going to stay on top of this guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say don't kill him though, just take out the engines and shit like that.
Infinite ballistics.
Looks like he's slowing down,
days, Agens.
Yeah, yes, he's coming to a stop.
Stop him.
Jeremy, you need to respond. Check the bed.
He's stood in the seat, in the pilot seat.
Alright, mate, you need to drop a beacon.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna pull off. EMP him. Give me a sec. EMP.
Alright, now. Back in the day when EMP... Right, mate, I've just EMP'd your ship to shut it off.
God, dude.
Don't attempt to start it back up.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if
Can
that
you hear me
did
on
that
comms?
today, dude? Holy shit. Oh my god. I wish, but I don't wish. But I wish.
Alright, I see your microphone procking, mate, but I can't. So, back in 3.9, it only took one EMP to disable a ship. But they could almost start nearly immediately.
Oh god.
And yeah, as Broker's pointing out here, this was before the MoTrader app, so we had to use beacons to transfer credits. The way that this was done was you would use a combat assist beacon.
Yep.
And then they would have to pay attention to their wallet. The thing is like that EMP, like was really potent back then, and you know, as you guys heard, I told my lord to back off to 1500 meters, and you know, he ended up doing it because the range of the EMP was 1000 meters, and if he got hit by that, he would get shut down, which means no QED. So it was actually really important to know where your QED was. Like the EMP and QED knew where they were. But like you could get away with...
I joined back in 310. Like I remember back when it was like that fucking potent.
Yeah. You had to make sure like you knew where each other were at all times. And you know, the calling out of EMPs was really important then. And it's something that's carried on in Mongrel Squad since.
God, the good old days, man. Oh my god.
I cannot hear you. Switch to text comms. You need to drop a beacon for 50,000 credits. So yeah, Jeremy's trying to talk in chat.
So then we know he's done another run. We are following him. Full of Laranite. We have 50k of Laranite.
We already know that you've done a run. We already know that you did a full Laranite load. He freaked out when I said that in his stream as well. He was like, how the fuck do they know that? Because like he didn't immediately jump to the stream sniping conclusion because he's a small channel. He didn't have many people there. He would have checked the names and not seen our names there, so he didn't assume that we were stream sniping. But this is only a team of 3 doing this piracy hit as well. It's myself, my lord, and Seknaya. And yeah, it was like this was during the Laranite rush, where there were just heaps of haulers coming through, and we spotted this guy leaving the first time. And when we caught up with him, we were getting ready to push on him, but my lord wasn't in position yet, and we were like, all right, no, let's wait. Like, it's the Laranite rush. Old mate's gonna come back, and he did. 100%. So we know you got the credits. The second hit. Well, this is the second time that we saw him.
Snares initiated. We're good. I'm backing off.
Who's firing? Got ships firing?
Who's firing? Ship firing.
NPCs.
AI. It's NPC. Okay. Lord, how far are you away from the capital?
I'm 2 clicks out now.
There it is.
There
Got it. Oh no, somebody else. Alright, roger.
I got it. I'll let you know when it's through.
Alright, our guys picked up the beacon. We'll let you know when it's credits transferred.
Shesh, go and check the carrot. If he's still there or not. Oh no, he would have gone in it.
He was leaving, it was full of titanium.
You can see that quantum beacon now.
Successful hit, boys. Well done.
Somebody gone through?
In a second.
It's also like, this is the type of video, like this is the type of VOD, like if members of Mongrel Squad sent this video, sent a VOD to me like this, I would just shove it right back in their face. Like, I don't want this. It's boring.
A cracker's just arrived at Lawville.
So you would have heard it, that the credits finally went through. So my lord picked up the beacon. So when the beacon got dropped, it was just a race to grab it, because any random could fucking grab that beacon. So you'd be waiting for that thing to pop up, and then you'd be spamming the left bracket to grab it, and whoever got it was the one that was going to accept the credits. Otis?
What's the guy's name?
Yeah, Protus.
Roger.
Yeah.
Gone through. It's fruit.
Alright, cancel the beacon. We've received the credits.
Free to go, snares off.
Alright, mate. You're free to start your ship up and move on. Pleasure doing business. Mongrel Squad sends their regards, and we'll catch you next time.
There's the tagline. Oh my god.
Good hit, guys.
Saying it
He's just gonna
all the way back
Yeah,
then, too.
he must be, these motherfuckers made me stay on the server.
Can you still EMP lock a ship? Yes, you can. In 3.18, it's actually a lot more potent. You still need to coordinate EMP burst, but you can actually disable a ship for 5 minutes.
Don't
it's a
use EMP
default
though. Don't use EMP. If you use EMP, you're a low tier pirate. You're not doing the most optimal strategy. Listen to my words, right, Agens?
Oh,
this was the old outro.
Yeah.
This is the old outro.
The old one. Yeah, I'm not going to play the old one. I don't like it. But yeah, that's
the new old outro is good. Is better, much better.
That was that video was made to be used as an example of how you could do piracy in Star Citizen during a time where a lot of people were like, you can't do piracy. Which is why, whilst Dobbs would say that we'd shove that video back in members' faces now, back then it was like, that's how you did it. It was either that or you'd destroy the ship and hope that the boxes would fucking spawn. No, Patrick, don't even worry about distortion. Don't use any of it. Just use lethal and go for soft death.
And you'll hear more about that in what's coming out today.
It's supposed to be going out in 15 minutes. It's supposed to be coming. You know what? I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting on this. I don't want to wait the extra 15 minutes. It's fucking 3:45 in the morning for me. You know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what I'm gonna do, Dobbs?
What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna push this video out earlier. Damn
You hear that, guys?
Tired. I'm sick of waiting. I want it to be out now. And that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Should be live now. Where's the link? Get the shareable link. Here's the shareable link. I'm lost in all the bloody tabs that I've got open. Do you guys want to watch it on stream? There's the video link there. It's not a long video. You guys
Oh wow,
watch it?
Agens. Did you take my advice on the thumbnail?
Yes. It felt appropriate.
Ah, yes. Yes,
Right.
indeed, yes.
You guys want to watch it on stream? I'll watch it on stream. Then after that, I'm going to call it a night. Wait, I'll grab the C-Tube link for Dobbss.
Huh? What?
New sync tube link because of fucking... I closed the last one again.
I'm not actually going to talk in this one because it's going to feel weird having my voice show up twice.
I'm going to try and ask Dobbs as many questions now. Unfortunately, nerdy gentlemen, yes, that's pretty much it. Unless they do enough damage to you first to turn hostile, there's no real way for you to fight back straight away. Like if you recognize Mongrel Squad right next to you, like I could show up right next to you and I'm blue, you can't like sit there and go, I'm going to get the jump on Agens by hitting him first, which would be the smart thing to do, but under the game mechanics, no, you would not be able to do that. But yeah, like pretty much you need to wait until I go hostile first before you could actually retaliate and not get a crime stat. I'm not a fan of the system either, but it's just the way that it is. Like CIG knows about this thing, they're aware of it, they want to make it based on reputation more, it's just priorities. Anyway, there is a video. That is the wrong one. By the way, that's the stats there. There is a video that was just released onto the channel and you are all watching live now. Highly recommend go watch the video after this one as well, because we're gonna need the views.
Drop a like on the video, share this with your friends, and be sure to hit the subscribe button for future episodes of the Mongrel Pirate Academy. That's the same voice that I used for when I recorded this, by the way. Like now you know my YouTube commentator voice. Step it up for the fucking channel. You know what I'm talking about, Agent? This is fucking bullshit.
Right. Let's just play it.
This episode of the Mongrel Pirate Academy is going to cover how to do piracy in 3.18 using our piracy framework to build up our methodology. To get the most out of this video, it is highly advised that you watch our 3.18 patch info dump and our piracy framework videos so that you understand why we're making the recommendations that we're making. During 2022, we saw a significant increase in combat logging with players intentionally exploiting crash recovery mechanics to cause their ship to disappear and allow them to recover with their cargo intact. CIG has slowly been working on fixes for this, with Alt F4 resulting in players' ships persisting dependent on server health for long enough for it to slow down to a speed where we could board it in EVA. Once this was becoming more common, players switched to using bed logging to cause their ship to instantly disappear.
You know, I understand the want for realism in this game for certain things.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
Wait, what?
3.18 is the first patch where logging out through the bed in combat is no longer possible, and persistent entity streaming means that their ships will persist long enough for us to board once it slows down to EVA speeds. The most likely course of action is that early on in this patch, players will attempt their combat logging methods. When they realize that that doesn't work, we will see more players initiating self-destruction to deny as much of their cargo to player pilots, using the mentality that if they can't win, they'll make sure that we lose. Fortunately, we will still...
Just want to point out there, J-Dog's lost to a prospector in that fight. He was in a warlock and he lost to a prospector.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. We'll continue.
We'll be able to recover cargo from the wreckage, as well as salvage the wreck itself. What we hope to see is an increase of players banding together to use convoy tactics and group contracts to hire players to provide security for them. This is the most likely course of action for active organizations, with solo players trying their luck on their own. With these considerations in mind, we recommend that pirates disregard the use of distortion weapons to disable targets until the next pass CIG makes on them. This is because the counter to pirates using distortion damage is the following: maximum capacitor power to shields, accelerate the ship to maximum speed, initiate self-destruct, and Alt F4 from the server. What this results in is the target ship self-destructing on the move, with its cargo being strewn out over tens of kilometers due to the high speed, making it extremely difficult to track down the wreckage and cargo that survived the explosion. This means that we recommend putting ships into the soft death state, but this will also result in the members of your team ending up with criminal charges against them if they perform the hit within comrade range.
I'm going to pause there. There's a reason why, like, some people are going to ask, and I know they're going to fucking do it in the comments of this video, like, why are you telling, you know, haulers essentially how to beat you? Or just players in general. This should have been seen a mile away, and it should have been compensated for already, but it's not. Now, I believe it's CIG's intent that they actually want us to be engaging in combat in this way. So with that in mind, it's literally just, instead of everybody going through the pain points of, like trying to do distortion damage using EMP and all that, and just having targets self-destruct on them straight away, we just tell everybody, this is going to be their response. So just fuck all that distortion damage off and focus on doing soft death. Like, CIG made changes to try and accommodate for distortion damage, but they haven't been listening to the feedback that I've been fucking giving for years about self-destruct being a problem. And they did a band-aid solution for soft death, but distortion damage didn't get it. And it's quite clear, like, they want us to be fixed in place when it comes to doing piracy. So we soft death the ship, we're fixed in place. It's designed to create conflict. So, like, we'll see how it goes in the patch. I imagine that any ship that we do end up soft deathing, the target won't even be there.
Ideally, we want to have options, right? So let's say, like, for instance, like this all hinges on, distortion, any distortion damage being able to stop an active self-destruct. So let's say, for the sake of this example, that it does, right? The difference between, like, whether or not you soft kill the ship or disable it with distortion damage, there's pros and cons to each. Where, for instance, if you put the ship in soft death, it's much quicker to do that if you want to board. Like, you can board a ship a lot quicker if you soft kill it as opposed to using distortion damage. So that's the pro behind it. The con is, as soon as you capture the ship, you are fixed in place wherever you've done the hit
and it'll be easy for players to come back to you, to come back to wherever you are and cause trouble. Okay. On the other hand, you have distortion damage. Distortion damage, or disabling and boarding a ship by use of distortion damage, takes a lot longer. Okay. Whereas, like, let's say, for example, putting a ship in soft death takes less than 5 minutes. Disabling a ship with distortion damage could take over 20 minutes to slow down to a stop, especially if you disable it once it reaches max speed. Okay. So that's the drawback for using distortion damage. The benefit is that once you do capture it, you'll capture the ship fully intact and you'll be able to move it wherever you want to. Hence, decreasing the risk that people jump to you and cause trouble. Okay? So there's give and take with each way of doing piracy. And it really comes down to how you want to apply it to the specific circumstances that you're in. And by the way, like, I made these suggestions like with the assumption that distortion damage disables self-destruct. Right now, it simply doesn't. So if you do decide to use distortion weapons, it'll still take that amount of time for the ship to come to a stop. Meanwhile, that 60-second timer for self-destruct can start at any time. And there's nothing that you can do to stop it. Absolutely nothing. You can literally just sit there and stare at it as it explodes.
Yeah.
So that's why we make the recommendation that we're making with soft death being preferred over distortion at this time.
Nerdy, if you're going to, like, for us, we would bring vultures or claimer along just because it's part of what we would consider our process. It's a good idea to have it. If you've got somebody like that you know that has it after a hit, get them to bring it along. But if you're like hoping to just only salvage piracy, you know, ships that you hit from pirate hits, you're kind of wasting your time. Like, you'd be better off just sending your mates off into the Aaron Halo to go salvage, and then if you find a target and pirate it, go, hey, do you want to go come salvage this? Yeah, let's continue.
Therefore, it is recommended that you switch off the comm arrays prior to hitting the targets, and the closer to the time that you strike, the less likely the target is going to get antsy and switch servers. Now let's talk about how all of this relates to the 4 methods of piracy, starting with extortion. Extortion is best against miners and cargo haulers moving commodities that you cannot sell at any NQA terminals. The equipment that you need to perform extortion is a QED, distortion weapons, and highly destructive lethal weapons.
But Agens...
And the methods for extortion have not changed.
But Agens, the equipment just listed out distortion weapons, but we just said that you shouldn't be using distortion weapons, so why is that in there? Why?
They're recommendations. We're not fucking decreeing that you must not use distortion damage. It's not like we say don't use distortion damage and you're expected to comply. Do whatever you fucking want. It's just we recommend that you don't go down the route of distortion damage, because the reason why we stated, like, we pretty much told everybody how to get around having to, you know, like, based on our previous experience when it comes to dealing with players in the game, over the, like, 12 months it got worse, but it got to the point where it was like they're willing to exploit the combat logging mechanics to get out of a piracy encounter. Once that stopped working, they started bed logging to get out of the piracy encounter. And then once that stops working, they're going to be self-destructing. And I know that there's people who will watch this channel who will sit there and go, oh, but I won't do it. But it's like, that's all well and good for you, mate. But the majority of people that we come across, we don't know. We have never encountered them before. However, based on our previous experience pirating thousands of players, we have a significant portion of them using whatever measure that they can to get out of a piracy hit that doesn't involve gameplay. Therefore, based on previous experience of what we've encountered, the most likely course of action that people are going to take is shields to 100%, fly as fast as you can in a straight line, initiate self-destruct, and then auto 4 out the server. Because as we pointed out before, if they can't win, they'll make sure that we lose. And yes, they're losing that cargo load, but they get their little jollies off by going, yeah, I got to bloody make the pirates work even harder for their fucking, you know, target, for their booty. Now, Delver, I actually need to go through the database before I can give you that. And the problem is that we've only got data that's relevant for the last, I think, 4 months. Anything previous to that, we don't have the data for because we weren't tracking that metric. We were tracking metrics for successful hits, but we can make assessments based on the amount of successful hits that we got versus the amount of hits that we would have done. Because we've had other content creators who have done similar things and tracked their values more accurately than what we did at that time. And we can use those as rough estimations, but I can tell you now, like, we have pirated a lot of fucking people. Yeah, it's like, we're not decreeing that you must not use distortion damage at all. It's still a tool that you can use, and you may be in the position where the target won't self-destruct, but you don't know. So it's a gamble. But yeah, like, it's a tool that you can still use. Distortion damage still works. The thing that doesn't make disabling ships using distortion damage as viable as soft death is self-destruct.
Where you simply just find the target, you prevent them from entering quantum travel, and then you make your demands. Now, if you do this against cargo haulers that are moving commodities that you can sell at NQA terminals, then it's possible that you will get a much greater payout if the pilot of the target ship decides to Alt F4. Now let's move on to ransom. Ransom is best used against cargo haulers moving commodities that you cannot sell at NQA terminals, and this can also be used against regular commodity haulers as well. Now, the equipment that you need is the same as extortion, although for this, you will need a boarding team. And the method for ransom has not changed either. You just find the target, prevent quantum travel, disable the ship using distortion damage, wait until the target is below EVA speeds, breach, board, and seize the ship from the owner, and then make your demands. If they comply, you deliver the ship to the target, and if they don't, you move the ship out to dead space, transfer the cargo to your own ship, salvage the ship, and then move everything to sell at the NQA terminals. You can certainly put the ship into a soft death state, but keep in mind, it's going to be a lot harder to try and convince the target of the authenticity of your ransom demand. If you soft kill the ship and then they somehow manage to comply with your demands, you'll have to add them to the party so they can jump to their own ship and then do what they will with it.
I wanna just provide a quick story behind this footage here. This was an actual piracy hit that was done in the PTU a couple of weeks ago. So we found a C2 over, I think it was Lyria. He was hauling some scrap, and it didn't really matter to us. We just wanted to, experimenting with compositions, and we just kind of wanted to hit anything just to see how our composition would fare against it. So we bricked the ship, right? We put it in soft death, and then when we went to board it, you saw it as they entered here. There was the SCU of scrap, there was a medical Pisces, there was a Dragonfly, there was a PTV, there was a MPUV. There were so many like small little vehicles in there, and the funny thing of it is, after we secured this ship, we were able to tractor beam Dragonflies out in space. Like we were actually able to move the Dragonfly from this C2 to our own C2 just by using a tractor beam. So it was actually pretty neat. Like that entire hit was like so interesting. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that.
What made you, like, with the Dragonflies destroyed? Were they still intact? Could you still ride them?
No. So the Dragonflies were perfectly operational. When I tractor beamed them onto one of our members' C2, I was actually able to get on it and drive it around. Oh no, not even the Dragonflies, the PTVs as well. I was able to tractor beam a PTV onto our ship, and as soon as it entered the gravity well, plopped right down. I got inside. I started driving it around the cargo bay. It was great. It was fucking great. These steel vehicles. It's awesome.
Surprised that you're able to move the Dragonflies in that.
Yeah, for sure.
With it. But if they don't comply, you won't be able to move the ship anywhere, and you'll just be forced to do your logistical part of the piracy hit right there where it happened.
There's a mule right there.
Now we're going to move on to looting. Looting is best against cargo haulers moving commodities that you can sell at NQA terminals, and this also applies to rock miners.
This is my preferred method.
The equipment that you need to do this is a QED, you need highly destructive lethal weapons, you need a salvaging ship, you need a cargo hauler, and you need a boarding team. The methods of looting have also not changed that much, and it's very similar to the rest of the methods, where you find the target, you prevent quantum travel, you disable the ship by soft death using careful, measured, lethal weapons. Once the ship comes to a stop, you breach, board, and seize the ship, kill the entire crew, transfer the cargo to your own ship, salvage the ship, and then move everything to sell at the NQA terminals. Hunting rock miners follows pretty much the same principle, where you find the target, you lock it down with a QED, you disable the ship, dispose of the rock miner, transfer the gems into your inventory, salvage the ship, the rock, and then move everything to sell at the commodity terminals. Ship, you need a cargo hauler, and you need...
He did too. Dobbs.
Yeah, I did make a typo, but honestly,
Krago ship.
It's
a boarding team.
It's equally your fault.
The methods of looting have also not changed that much, and it's very similar to the rest of the methods. Where you find the target, you prevent quantum travel, you disable the ship by soft death using careful, measured, lethal weapons. Once the ship comes to a stop, you breach, board, and seize the ship, kill the entire crew, transfer the cargo to your own ship, salvage the ship, and then move everything to sell at the NQA terminals. Hunting rock miners follows pretty much the same principle, where you find the target, you lock it down with a QED, you disable the ship, dispose of the rock miner, transfer the gems into your inventory, salvage the ship, the rock, and then move everything to sell at the commodity terminals. Moving on to the last method, scooping, which is by far the easiest and simplest to explain. Now with persistent entity streaming and salvaging coming in 3.18, scooping works on everybody. The equipment that you need remains the same for all of the other methods, and all you need to do is just find the target, destroy the target outright, transfer any of the surviving cargo that they have around their ship, salvage the wreck, and then move to sell all of it at the NQA terminals. When it comes to what we call claim jumping and hitting prospectors while they're out mining, all you need is highly destructive lethal weapons and a mining ship. When you find them as they're mining, you pop the target, destroy them, scoop up any of the remaining ore that they were mining, salvage the wreck, and then move to the refinery to sell or refine the ore that you've collected from them. So, in this video, we've outlined how to pirate using all of the different methods that you can use within the limitations of the 3.18 patch and the tactical considerations that you need to make in order to be successful. So, we'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you out there in the verse.
That's it. That is the newest episode.
Now you know how to pirate in 3.18, so stop asking us. Now go do it. Fuck.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's literally going to be every single Mongrel Squad video in 3.18.
To be honest, when you gave me the stuff to do, like, when I read it all, I was like, I don't think he understands how much of this shit can be so easily simplified. Because it's like, we've already talked about it, we've already shown it. It's like, so like, I had a choice either to just keep repeating myself for 5 minutes, or to just basically just condense it all and consolidate it and basically just make it easy to understand.
Yeah.
Now that it's not that complex, guys.
I had to do that with the other scripts as well. Like, after typing them all out and then listening to them, like the sequence of Piracy video, I edited that one. Dobbs narrated it. There's like an extra 5 minutes of narration there that I ended up cutting out because it was just repetition. And, you know, when I wrote these scripts up for it, it was more or less, I wrote 4 scripts, one after the other. Like, over the course of 3 days. It was dumb. The thing about this is that Piracy is actually being simplified a lot for 3.18. Like, it's kind of getting dumbed down, which is one of the reasons why we're a bit frustrated that distortion damage, even though it got updated and technically it got buffed, because self-destruct didn't get addressed, it's not worth using in our eyes, because our experience with dealing with players pretty much informs us that if they get the opportunity to self-destruct, they're going to take it. So we have to counter that by ensuring that we can stop that. Now, if we could disable and board a ship like within the time frame of, like, you know, for cutlasses and freelancers, like 30 seconds, like from when they press the button to self-destruct the ship to when we need to get into that pilot's chair, it's 30 seconds, which just isn't going to happen. For the larger ships, Caterpillar, Carrack and all that, you're looking at 60 seconds. It's still not going to happen, especially if the crew decides to stick around and is like, if we're going down, you know, like, we're going to take you down with us. It's okay to do that, but it's an unreasonable task to try and achieve with the resources that we have in the current implementation of mechanics. I have no problems with, you know, people using self-destruct. I have no problems with the self-destruct mechanic being in game. I have a problem with how easy it is to use and how little counters there actually are. And right now there's 2 ways, like, we've got a second way of turning off self-destruct on a ship. That's putting it into soft death, bricking the ship. CIG has intent for, you know, like, doing a plethora of other things around bloody, you know, how self-destruct is supposed to work, and, you know, like, hacking ships and all that sort of stuff. They've also got a plethora of other things for other gameplay loops, other gameplay mechanics that they've still got to build in. So, you know, like, we could sit there and go, you know, like, they're going to do this and they're going to do that eventually. But the problem with that mentality is like, we don't know when, and we play the game that's in front of us now. So for us, you know, like, I know some people are upset about it, you know, us going to soft death, you know, and a lot of people are upset that we're going red flag. Okay. But Piracy has been dumbed down because of what's going on with soft death. At the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, we'll play the game that's in front of us, but another reason why we're going red flag is to make sure that we don't end up in an environment where everybody's just trying to be pirates. Because that's what can happen. Like, that's how easy they're making it.
Fucking red flag, hell yeah! Agens, you need to put the link to the Gilded server, the public Gilded server, in the top of the description of the new MPA video. Do it.
Actually, I got to do a whole bunch of other things, so I'm going to end this stream now because I've actually got to do some stuff for the MPA videos. I've also got to put the link in a whole bunch of other places too for the public Gilded server. If you don't have it, let me see if I can grab it again before I go. I thought I would already have this handy, but I don't. I want to make sure that I'm using the same one all the time.
The fuck, Agens. Also, and thank you all that recommended the Logitech G502 Hero. I have purchased it, and it's going to be at my house in a couple of days. You know, with all these Amazon gift cards, I got them for free. That's right. Let's go.
Sorry, I was just catching up on chat. So I just linked the Mongrel Squad public Gilded server again. So if you haven't heard about that yet, jump in.
Yeah, feel free to talk to us.
There's sections there. If you got questions, feel free to ask. Just go in there, have a gaze, interact, talk, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you guys coming along. Thank you to those who did the super chats, Ace and Exploitation. Thank you very much for the super chats there, guys. Next stream is going to be the Mongrel Court. The Mongrel Court is going to be playing this Saturday, 3 p.m. UTC +0. It's on the content calendar in our public Gilded server, so if you need to know when it's going to be on, it'll be there. We're going to be talking about PvP with some PvP players. Going to be talking about PvP in 3.18, but I thought it would be live by now, but clearly it's not going to be live until probably the end of this month, if that. So we'll be talking about the potential of PvP and emergent gameplay within Star Citizen for 3.18 and see, explore the topics around there. I got to confirm the guests that they're still able to make it, because Daymar Rally is supposed to be on around that time too. But we should be able to get them all on. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for coming along, and I will all see you when court's in session on Saturday. I hope you're all ready for an inspiring outro.
Blow up your world. We can never become better by lying, but we can become better by being pathetic. Notice the connection between your muscles and the world. Aim to free your belly. Long ago, in ancient Rome, lived a simple-minded hero who was in search of the tree of life on the plains. It was then that he encountered a crazy, old princess. "Where can a simple-minded hero like myself find the tree of life?" he asked the princess. The princess quickly replied, "Of the tree of life I do not know, for I am only a princess." The hero thought long and hard about the princess's answer and continued his journey. Later in the evening, as he was sacrificing his lawn, the hero made his great discovery. Much beloved is the father who enjoys his god, and became very much respected, and was even respected after his death. Your mind is actually the crossing of the inherent potential of the Higgs boson and the transcendental nature of quantum mechanics. Don't play stupid, just surrender. Pay attention to the way that your bodily orifices are floating above heaven. Repeat the mantra, "I am really, really deep. I am really, really deep." Social hierarchies are not just social hierarchies. Keep breathing. Meditate on how nuclear test site is just a concept. Notice how the thoughts in your head are separated from nature. Consider how feel more sympathy for Mars. Say to yourself repeatedly, "I am great, I am great, I am great." Never let nobody tell you that you're not feeling useless. If you actually need to fix your heroes, you cannot believe in yourself. Allow your pelvis to inhale slowly. If you lose an audience, torture negativity. Create abortion. Don't fear positivity. Doesn't it make sense that wasted opportunities can become toxic if you can just open your mind? Without a writer there can be no king. Where miracles die, the impossible arises. Think about it, awareness is what generates the physical world. It's not that hard. Feel your large intestine rise and fall.